They pop crowd. They pop corn. They pop culture. It's the LowDown.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the latest installment of the LowDown Popcast. I am the voice of PCW and the voice of Demons Football, as well as the founder, one-third owner of the hottest wrestling promotion in the Mid-Atlantic, Elliot Popston. Sorry, I'm multitasking. It's not working. And to my right is the founder of the hottest wrestling promotion in the Mid-Atlantic. He is the founder of Flower Travel, where you can book your dream getaway at flowerfloattravel.com. Curator of Spirits with Shane can sell ice to an Eskimo. He's the third ownership of PCW. New York's greatest export, Shane Dorr.
I was gonna say I better get some claps at least, please.
Yeah, man.
Are we not? This is a week, bro. You excited?
I am excited.
Let's
It's a good week, and my microphone's for some reason is not recording, so that's why I keep messing with stuff. Anyways, to our left is 7-time fantasy football champion, soon to be Kevin Nash's favorite podcaster, just like his favorite wrestler. He's been known to outwork everyone. He is a podcast enthusiast with his self-proclaimed hottest Funko Pop collection. Not your average wrestling mark handbook, Jonathan Winburn.
I'm surprised Shane can even talk right now.
Bro. Please God, is Billy Fox not listening? Let's no.
Let's
listening.
make sure he's on first.
Mm-mm.
This will be a story Shane won't be able to live down for a little while.
He's
that's
listening.
facts.
He's effing listening.
So what happened? What happened, Shane?
Nothing.
Enlighten us or enlighten the listeners. I saw it happen.
Okay. So
Didn't realize what happened, but I saw it happen.
I walked right the F out of this room. So yeah, I was making our Spirits with Shane concoction, which is gonna be fantastic, by the way. Jonathan, I think it's my greatest one yet.
I'm a little worried now. It might have some
no
extra droplets in there.
No. So I have this tool, this multi-tool, and I opened up one end to stir it. I thought it was a stirrer part. And so I stirred both drinks, both shots, and then I took it out and then I put it in my mouth and licked it off. And it wasn't a stir, it was a knife, a sharp knife. And I felt the whole thing slice the inside of my mouth, and all of a sudden my mouth's filling up with blood. Wasn't good. I wasn't even drinking yet.
Blood.
Let's start calling Shane the John Moxley of the LowDown Popcast.
That's right.
Wow. Okay.
Sneezes, blood's everywhere.
Look at Billy's disappointed in me.
Shaking.
I legitimately thought it was a stir.
Make it bleed.
Oh, make the bleed. Raven. That was awful. But I am proud of what I came up with. Pretty last minute. The color is fantastic. It didn't curdle. There's no curdling. The consistency is good. I'm excited, man. And it smells fantastic. Do you smell it?
I did not smell
Smell it. Smell it.
I gotta find mine.
Just smell it. Can't even sip it yet. It's perfectly blended.
Billy says alcohol make it better, Shane.
Well, yeah, you're right, Billy. Does it smell good?
Yeah.
See? I'm excited. Anyway.
I mean, so y'all ready to hit that?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna hit it. So, this is gonna hurt. So, we gotta drink it first, right? So, cheers to the LowDown Popcast. Cheers to Palmetto Championship Wrestling.
Faux show.
And all the things that are coming with it. And to all our listeners.
Jose Cuervo on that?
No tequila.
Dang it, because we were singing it like crazy earlier.
Jonathan would be pissed.
And to Cody Rhodes winning the WWE title.
I actually think he's gonna lose, but we'll talk about that more, right? Cheers. There we go. I'm smiling. This is me smiling.
It was pretty good.
Thank you.
So I was in it.
There's a lot of flavors in there.
There
It
is
feels like different layers. They're mint.
the top.
Okay.
Top. So it's it is rum chata as the base.
Yes.
It is butterscotch schnapps. It is rum cream from Jamaica, topped with Elliot's favorite mint chocolate liqueur on top, and it's fantastic. I'm a fan.
By the way, that chocolate liqueur,
that would be
chocolate liqueur, you know where it came from?
where?
Aldi.
What?
Yes.
I just drank it. It's just good, and that would be very dangerous on on ice.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
It would have been. I mean, it was good. It would have been really good cold.
That I bet that Van Gogh mocha vodka or espresso vodka would have been pretty good in that.
Yeah, that was nice. Billy would have loved that.
Billy said already, I agree he will win, but the Usos will retain to keep the break of the bloodline going.
I think they pull a whole 180, but let's talk about it, Elliot. So we got, man, what a week.
Yeah, we got Supercard of Honor on Friday night. We got
Which
WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday, WrestleMania Night 2. The card is
Ring of Honor they're taking advantage of them going before WrestleMania is what they're doing. They want to really hit it home. And it's probably becoming, somebody worded it as they're going for a card of the year candidate is what they're trying to do. I mean, the king goes on there, so that's all it needs to be.
Yeah, so let's run through this.
Is that the latest one? Yes, it looks like it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, because Yuta's on there. Cool.
So broadcasting, you can order it on Fight TV. Friday, March 31st. We got 0 Hour, which you posted something about it earlier today. It's not on here, but what we do know is Tully Blanchard's got a mystery tag team against what's the name? I know Cheeseburger is part of the
I don't know what their group name is. Cheeseburger and let me see here.
It's something weird, but anyways, we'll get back to that while we look that up. Let's we got the Ring of Honor World 6-man tag team title match with the Embassy, Bishop Khan, Brian Cage, and Toa Leona with Prince Nana versus AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I still think I'm not gonna do predictions or anything, but because I think Ring of Honor, this type of card is probably one of the most unpredictable shows you could do. But I think Brian Cage is on his way out. I think he's WWE bound. So I'll be interested to see what happens there.
So do you think it's one of those things, if they retain, he stays? If they retain, he stays. If they lose, he goes.
Yeah, the rumor is that he's working for Tony through the end of March, I believe, because he can actually show up at WrestleMania.
Correct, March 31st.
So I think this is it. Brian Cage is, ironically, this is gonna be the last day. So if they win and if they retain, I think he's maybe extended.
And let's talk about where it's at. It's in Los Angeles, California.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh my Lord.
So literally drives.
That would be nuts.
Later, Tony.
That would be nuts. But in all actuality, man, if you like,
I mean, they do have depending on what time the show starts, how far it is away. That could be the first match on the Ring of Honor card, and then SmackDown's got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Is probably going to be the main event of SmackDown.
If you think about all the talent in Ring of Honor, and
he could just leave Ring of Honor and show up on SmackDown.
Oh, wow, that'd be nuts. Where's SmackDown in LA?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. How Rick Rude of him,
because they're doing the Hall of Fame right after.
So if you think of all the talent in AEW Ring of Honor, Brian Cage is near or at the top of the list where a WWE talent, right? What WWE look for in a talent. So it's only fitting, I think, if he does go. Hopefully, I'm hoping he at least have some sort of what's the word? I hope would be at least used correctly, used better, because it is a shame. I think AEW Ring of Honor has kind of become congested.
Yeah.
So I think letting off a little weight's not a bad thing. But yeah. So that's my prediction. Well, I don't want to predict matches though, but I think Brian Cage is on his way out.
Let's talk about this Ring of Honor pure title match.
Kind of added last second, right?
No, it's been that was a thing that was added during all right, so
it's been
known
official
about, but it's been official
last second,
yeah.
but it's been teased, and
because of the pre-tapings they did, we knew Yuta was going to be facing Shibata.
I think Yuta caught out Shibata on the first taping.
Yeah, in the middle of the ring type of deal, in the stance that Shibata does all the time.
I smile every time I see Yuta in a match because I just remember him in PCW, just coming out in this
scorpion reptile, this
reptile
Mortal Kombat thing.
It was sick, right? And I always thought as a talent from a look standpoint, he was fantastic. And then he went away to the Northeast and got even better. And just seeing him, I would call him a focal point of AEW Ring of Honor, or / Ring of Honor. So I'm excited, man. That match is gonna be probably a contender for match of the night. He's one to watch.
He's definitely becoming a good heel.
So good. So good. I just wish he's starting to talk more, which I think is good. I think there's a little improvement that can be done there. But
I honestly think the whole Blackpool Combat Club is better as a heel.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing.
I like when they're kind of both.
The anti-hero.
They're just like
whatever.
Yeah, whatever they want to do, they're gonna do. I'm a fan.
And you could say they're kind of like that now.
Yeah.
Moxley still gets the cheers and everything, and they do what they got to do to beat up whoever they're beating up. Yeah. Ring of Honor women's title match. You got Athena versus Yuka Sakazaki. What you got? I'm glad they made Athena the women's champion first and foremost.
Oh, absolutely. She's definitely deserving of it.
She's so talented and everything, and it's just one of those things that
great gimmick, great look.
So let's see here. Who else we got? We got Ring of Honor World Tag Team title Reach for the Sky ladder match.
Watch this match.
You got Top Flight, Dante Martin and Darius Martin. Would it be a good comparison to say they're about like the modern day Hardy Boys?
More athletic,
stylistically.
More athletic.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I mean, these athletes today are just built differently on all levels, but built different. Yeah, they're ram. They're just, they're so athletic, man. Crazy. What's that word? Acrobatic.
Aerial.
That's
acrobatic.
Combination of the two.
Yeah. Aerobatic.
Acrobatic. Whatever.
Aeronautical.
What a dick. Yes. They're absolutely phenomenal.
Astronautical.
Shut up, Elliot. They're probably one of my favorite tag teams going.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy watching them. Also have the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, been around for a while. I think they've even been Ring of Honor tag team champions before.
And of course, are they accompanied by Mike's wife?
Yeah, Maria Kanellis, Maria Bennett, whatever you want to call her.
Whatever.
The Lucha Bros, Penta El Cerro Miedo versus Ray Phoenix. I don't see them winning.
Not versus Ray Phoenix.
Huh? Oh, did I say versus? I meant Ann. But I don't see them winning. However, anytime they're in a ladder match, it's like, let's go. Then again, it may be something.
They could win. They
could put them on it to have a. All depends on the direction I think Tony wants to go. Having the Lucha Bros as the Ring of Honor tag team champions, with Penta being one of Jay's, Penta and Ray being one of the Briscoes' best friends, maybe a good nod to Jay. And also with them having Marks back, a week or two or last month on Revolution, maybe a good nod. Also have Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis. Man, I love watching them guys.
That's one of your favorite teams. You're always bragging on Aussie Open.
I like United Empire.
Yeah.
I like watching. I'm not so I don't pull for them, but I love watching them.
Sure.
And Will Ospreay's just a whole nother level. Then you got La Facción Ingobernables. Hey, I got it right. With the Jolistico and Rouge.
Okay, so interesting thing here. La Facción Ingobernables, you know whose group that is.
Correct.
There's a good chance that we see a return here.
Think so?
Yes, this would be where it would be. Just by the way, they keeping the name. You don't keep the name without the creator, or you don't keep the name if the creator wasn't coming back. Or I don't want to say creator, but the main face of the group.
So I felt like they've had Rouge kind of being that main face lately, though.
I'm sure. Oh, for definitely.
Bullet Club's been around for forever. That whole face has been changed around.
I mean, who's your face of Bullet Club
Now? It's Finley's son's the leader.
David Finley.
Yeah.
But I mean, Juice is saying, Juice Robinson has been pulling a lot of Bullet Club stuff in AEW. So,
that's coming. They're coming. At some point, they're coming. But yeah, just by the way they're keeping the name, I think if they were going to do it, it would be here. People talking.
Yeah, let's see what they
catch up.
Let's catch up on the comments real quick. You got let's see here.
You're here.
Billy says this is the week. I agree, Billy. 100%. Brett sees full 180 talking about the belt exchange, how Bloodline is going to lose across the board.
Interesting. Brett Seats is joining us this weekend, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, I'm excited too, Brett. Glad you are going to be able to come hang out, bro. Billy said, did you hear that the champion from Impact tore his tricep as well? Yes, Josh Alexander actually did that at AAA.
And who else? Matt Jackson? He's out, right?
He's got a
torn bicep.
He's got a partially torn
bicep.
He's rehabbing it.
Yeah, it chose against surgery because he'd be out for 7 months if he did. Maybe that's because of contractual purposes that he didn't want to do it. Or maybe he just wants to fight.
I never thought of that. Interesting.
Or maybe Punk's going to return and finish the tear.
That's a whole nother conversation today.
We haven't. I've been surprised because there's been a lot of stuff in the last week and a half,
bro,
about Punk, and it has not come up once in our group chat. And we've all been quiet
because it's ugly, man. And are they working? We'll have to talk about it. Let's finish this card.
Yeah, Brett said Brian Cage could pull a Rick Rude. Very possible. Very possible.
Yeah.
Billy says he's got Athena. Also says never thought about that, but they are a modern day Hardy Boys talking about Top Flight. And he says, oh, so Andrade stays instead of going.
I didn't say that. I said if he was to come back, this would be.
That's not how you said it.
I'm pretty sure I said we'll have to go back and listen.
Rewind the tape.
I said if he was to make his return, make his comeback, it would be here.
That's not what you said.
But you mentioned that
what I said.
You don't
argue with me.
You don't keep the same name if the creator or the head person is gone.
Correct. I stick by that.
T.
No, of course not. We haven't had one of those in a while.
All right. Speaking of AAA,
yes.
El Hijo del Vikingo versus Commander for the AAA Mega title.
They better give them an hour. That's going to be insane.
Which, by the way, recently read where WWE
reached crazy.
WWE reached out to Commander, asking him to join.
Hey,
WWE.
man, like what you did. Yeah. So you remember how back in the day WCW was the land of the cruiserweights? That was kind of the thing with wow, Jesus, with Eddie Guerrero and the Rey Mysterio Juniors and Psychosis and all these different. This is what
Movitude.
AEW Ring of Honor is. I mean,
I can
love
see it.
I absolutely love it. That's why I think most of them, Dragon Lee aside, but most of them kind of choose to stay with the AEW Ring of Honor group. I just think it's more fitting for their craft.
And we can talk about that Kenny Omega Vikingo match here later.
Oh my god!
But
I can't believe he didn't get wheeled out in a stretcher.
So many spots in that match.
But that one with the apron,
I don't think it hit his head as hard as you.
No, I don't think it did
I
either.
think he landed, and it was just like he rolled onto the apron, but it was so fast that it just looked
the thing is, like, dude, if there's one place you're gonna hit your head in the ring,
the Dragon Rana is the part that I was like,
there wasn't much room for error. Yeah,
it was beautiful.
You had you had the Dragon Rana.
I can't believe we didn't witness a death on TV.
But then they showed the slow mo, and Vikingo and he plays it so good. Puts his hand right there, lands on his arm, and keeps going. I'm like, dude,
he's
professional.
They're super talented.
Yeah.
And that match, I said it on Facebook. We didn't deserve that. That could headline any show.
Oh,
we're not worthy.
I was like, this is not even. Like, I feel bad for all the AEW haters, Boru. I feel bad for all the AEW haters that just. I just can't believe that there are just people that are just willingly missing stuff like that. It was awesome.
Let's flip
on free TV.
Yeah, on free TV, and now you put him in the match with Command. I don't know who to pick. I love them both. Yeah, I'm not even. I can't.
I think that's just one where you sit down, guys, get something a nice cold beverage, a full plate, and enjoy.
There are literally
because you're about to see magic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 matches announced. I think literally 3 or 4 of them could be a match of the year candidate, which is crazy.
So someone who is already in talks of match of the year, whose brother has passed, Mark Briscoe will be facing Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor World Television title match.
This Mark's night. Has Mark lost yet?
No.
Yeah, you keep that momentum going.
Well, and Samoa Joe's good friends with Mark too. So I think that's one of those things.
But Mark's matches have been insane.
Oh, he's
very
been great.
good.
Been great. And using the Jade Driller.
He's wrestling with a bigger purpose, man.
Yep.
And it shows in all of his matches. And it's fitting. Look at Billy. Pay-per-view. Paper. Get it? There you go, Billy. Sorry, Billy. I love you.
Catching back up real quick. Billy says Vikingo all day. Pay-per-view worthy. Talking about the Vikingo and Omega match this past Wednesday. Let's go Briscoe. Hey man, I'm pulling for Sussex chicken for sure. And Bud, welcome to the show, brother.
For some reason, when I read pay-per-view worthy the way that Billy did it, I picture the the Omatic
flash
things?
photography. Oh,
no. God,
things with
no.
the round circle where you click and it's like the.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of
the
them.
chromatic.
Yeah, that we had as kids for some reason. I guess that's
you,
what comes to mind.
You pull the little lever down and it goes to the next scene.
Shane's too young to know about that.
Hey, I'm so old. You're the youngest one. Last but not least, Ring of Honor World Title match: Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston. There's real heat there.
Yes, and I thought it was. Did you see there was the picture of them where they Ring of Honor put out like a video, and there's it shows like all the different highlights from their rivalry throughout the years, and there's like one of them,
bro,
years ago, but you could just tell like the graphic looked old, the quality, and they look completely. You can still tell it's them, but they're
Claudio had hair,
had long hair.
But
yeah.
it's just like they've been going at it for a while. But I think Claudio takes it.
Yeah, so I don't think you see a world television title in the Ring of Honor world title change in the same night. That'd be my guess.
You think Moxley shows up because him and Kingston are supposed to be really close?
I don't know, man.
Wow, thing.
I just think we're in. I think Friday is going to be a really strong setup to the whole weekend, And the thing is, man, with them going Friday, WWE's gonna be watching this. They're gonna be watching,
absolutely.
and they need to be.
They'll be at the Hall of Fame. They ain't gonna be watching.
Somebody be watching.
Yeah, they'll be watching backstage.
I want to know what they do. What are they going to do to kind of to one up it?
You one upper.
So we'll see.
Billy says he thinks Eddie gets his title. Hey, I'm actually kind of swaying the same way, Billy. I think for Ring of Honor, I just feel like Eddie has more appeal for Ring of Honor, personally.
And he's been waiting for a world championship, right?
For years. Yeah.
So it would be fitting.
I think he's been Tony sees that loyalty. I think it pays off for him. Despite him walking out and quitting AEW. So
speaking of that, real quick, did you listen or hear the highlights of Moxley's interview on
about Punk
on Renee?
I heard like tidbits.
So one of it, because it just
sound bites.
It's just part of it was with Eddie, because I think Eddie falls in this situation. So he had said it, he was like, I've never talked bad about AEW in my whole career. I hate to say it, but it's like, maybe because of the age of social media or something like that, and things get blown out of proportion, but there's just a lot of drama in what's going on. He was like, I've never seen so much drama in one place in my entire life. But I think like Eddie falls in that same category. Eddie would be the first one to go on social media and start posting some
for
video
sure
or something like that. So I don't
know. Billy says everyone at WWE had their phones on and headphones in watching Ring of Honor. And Brett says, my prediction, Roman shows up at Ring of Honor with the WWE title and throws it in the trash. That'd be epic. Not going to happen, but it'd be pretty epic.
That would be one way to stop Cody from winning the belt.
It's true. One thing, another thing that Moxley said was he kind of opened up about the whole him and Punk feud and how he was wrestling not even under contract.
And here's another thing too. So Moxley's a AEW talent. His wife is an AEW talent. They could all be working, man. I mean, that's the thing.
Because I honestly think Punk and Renee are friends.
They're big time friends,
like because they were on the Fox show stuff together. So
yeah, so I don't necessarily buy into all of it yet, but like, man, are they setting up for Moxley and Punk? Maybe, I don't know.
If Punk comes back, it's Punk versus the world. That's they're building.
We're getting near the summer, boys.
They're building
summer of Punk.
They're building Punk to either be the ultimate heel or the ultimate face.
I choose heel. It's not like they're not painting him in a pretty picture at all. Like it ain't good.
But the AEW crowd,
they're not. But if he comes back and he cuts a fire promo and just blast everybody, you don't think the fans will get behind that?
Are they creating a Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the Authority type thing? Like remember how Austin McMahon was always the big thing. Is it gonna be like Punk and Khan? I mean, I'd buy into it. Kind of like where MJF was. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor. Is he healed yet? He's got to be getting close, right?
I think he's still got a little. I think he might be healed by Double or Nothing, but they already have a lot of the rumored matches. They're already leading in certain directions.
He could always show up.
Double or Nothing's May.
Billy says Punk at Forbidden Door as a heel.
I don't want to think. I do not want to believe CM Punk's done in AEW.
Talking about Forbidden Door, Billy. That's another thing that came out. New Japan actually apologized to AEW because they weren't aware that Punk was actually at the show.
I heard that,
and then Kenta posted the.
Well, somebody whoever brought Punk didn't tell the powers to be that they just said they were bringing a friend, Rocky Romero. He just said he was bringing a friend Didn't say who it was.
But they said Punk was there to support Mercedes. I mean,
I'm sure. I don't know, man.
New Japan just wanted to clear everything up to make sure, hey,
I don't
no
wanna,
tampering happened.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, so I was like dead set on Punk was coming back. And like lately I've started to sway a little bit, which is a good thing. That's what I'm like, okay, well now they're starting to like put that doubt, you just don't know. For me, I mean, because I was like, there's just too much money to me be made. However, I still agree with that. Like I don't want to think he's done, because I think that if he is done, there's a lot left on the table with what they could have done if they could have put things behind them. Like there's so much good TV.
Think about all the best storylines, man. Were always based on real life situations. Edge and Matt and Lita was money TV. I mean, regardless of circumstances, if they didn't think they could be professional, it never would have been done. And they went out and made amazing TV. So I think, I think there's a lot of money, and I think there's a lot of interest on the fan side. I think there'd be a lot of Punk haters involved. I think there'd be a lot of Punk lovers involved, and I think it'd be a good thing. But we shall see.
Guys, before we continue, do we want to go? You brought a good number of stuff.
I've been salivating looking at all those cans.
Yeah,
you could look at all those cans on the
J-Dub.
camera.
I had like 6 drinks up here for us to try.
Yes. Oh my Lord, dude! One is Tiger's Blood.
One is Tiger's Blood.
Yes.
While you
Oh yeah.
while you get that ready,
Down the line.
Jonathan, we'll go ahead and thank one of our sponsors real quick.
Which one do you want, Shane?
Yes.
Real quick. Guys, Revolution Nutrition is where community and nutrition meet. Located in Camden, South Carolina, in the heart of Dusty Bend, they offer healthy protein shakes and iced coffees, energizing herbal teas, aloe refreshers, kid-friendly drinks, and positive vibes. Head on over and mention the LowDown for 10% off your order. Get great drinks as long as great community. Yeah, so head on over there. Good people. Which one is that? Oh, Baja Burst. Baja Burst. Rise.
What are we drinking?
So
It's the first one.
You said it. Baja Burst.
So this
Rise.
is, yeah, made by Rise, Ryse. They do not sponsor the show, but guys,
If you want to.
Did you already take a sip?
I did. I'm sorry. Was I supposed to wait?
Party foul.
Flag. False start.
smells very flowery.
It tastes very flowery.
Is it?
That's a great adjective. I was trying to fight with myself what that tastes like. It tastes like a flower. Perfume. Mary Kay. That's a great word.
Yeah, it tastes like if I was eating a rose bush.
I mean, I like it, but I like lime. So.
It does taste like a flower. It's very floral. Like I was gnawing on a rose bush. Okay. I've never heard of Rise.
Where'd you find it at?
Yes, you have.
Oh, GNC Vitamin Shop.
That's where I got it. But you've definitely heard of Rise. They're the same ones that did the Crash Bandicoot one. We've had some.
Oh,
I didn't know that. Wait, are you sure that was them?
don't bet a T.
The blow pop or the ring pop one that we tried, the Skittles.
No, I don't
I remember the Crash Bandicoot one, but I didn't know that was Rise. I thought it was a different energy drink.
Not a fan.
It's not bad.
I wouldn't buy it. All right, bartender.
What else?
Wait, we're going again.
No, let's keep it moving.
We're reviewing these for these people. Yeah, so it's a no for me on the flower.
I don't know what Baja Blast tastes like from Mountain Dew, but I would assume that may be similar.
Better than that. but I like that one.
Baja Blast, the one from Taco Bell, is fantastic.
Sí. Yo quiero.
I do love Taco Bell. I do.
I love their quesarito.
The cool thing is it always looks the same coming out.
Gross.
What's this one?
America.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
That's called a red, white. Oh, that is
Tiger's Blood, not red,
that's
is really confusing
That's
me.
a weird pour. Yeah.
Oh, what? Never heard of the thing.
Never.
I don't drink beer though.
I don't pour beer.
I drink it. I gotta wait for y'all. So seeing something that's tiger's blood, not red, is weird, but we'll go for it. Can we go? Can we drink it now?
It smells just like the rocket popsicle.
Rocket popsicle. All right.
Rocket fuel.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
0 for 2.
It's got coconut in it.
It does.
I don't like that one.
You said coconut. No, like that one. It's definitely got coconut. Jonathan's about to.
It's like cherry coconut. Do you not look at the flavors?
No, he looks at the names. That's it.
America.
I just look at what I haven't tried.
This is true.
You speaking of y'all,
Should always try everything.
you ever
once.
had this? You ever had the Star
Yeah,
Blast?
Jonathan, you should.
You ever had
You
this?
want a pickle?
I've tried pickles. I don't like them.
When's the last time you had a pickle? 1996 at the fair when you threw it in my face.
I told somebody that story earlier today.
Did
actually,
you?
yeah, we were talking about food we didn't like, and I was talking about hating pickles, and I was like, I'm about to quit my job one time.
Not here. I almost quit my job in the truck, which is even a bigger deal.
I was like, he didn't mean to. I was like, but I kind of turned around and walked into it, and it like slapped me in the nose.
Yeah, everybody who walks into a pickle gets slapped in the nose.
Did you tell? Was it Rob P? Oh no.
Shauna.
Billy says Baja Blast is nice.
Yep.
That's
0 for 2.
You ever had the Star Blast by Bang?
It's very good. The red, white, and blue can.
Yeah,
That's good.
tastes like Robitussin.
Now, see this color.
Oh, you can't have this.
This color makes sense to me. Look, it's the color it should be.
But I feel like
Purple.
I feel like it's gonna be really good.
I'll tell you. So what's that one, John?
I'm not gonna like it. This is Mountain Dew Energy Pitch Black.
It's got to be better than the first two. We'll see.
This will be the sponsor of the next WWE show.
All right.
Whenever Bray decides to come back.
It's better than the first two. I could drink. Vodka with it. But that's another story to talk about. Bray Wyatt, man,
Puts Fireball in it.
Dark citrus punch.
Yep. So that's another thing. Talking about Bray Wyatt. What a disaster.
Well, we'll get into the WrestleMania card here in a little bit and find out if he's gonna be there or not.
Pour the next one, Jonathan. We got 2 more.
Yeah, hang on.
You can't keep up. Speaking of that, I watched Rocky 4 the other night. Speaking of that sound effect, all the Rockies,
Adrian,
all
I did it.
all the Rockies are on Netflix. So I
Did you
watched
see it?
Rocky 4.
Speaking of Rocky, did you see the joke between Danhausen and Jungle Boy? So there's
Oh
the
no.
whole story that
Jungle Housing.
Punk hasn't seen Rocky.
Okay, I've been
And-
seeing that.
Danhausen had put on Twitter when like John Wick had come out, like Pepsi Feel and somebody else is like dragging me to go see John Wick, and Jungle Boy commented and was like, "There's much better things to watch at home," and it was a screenshot of like the Rocky wording, like on the end credits, taking a shot at Punk.
Because he hasn't seen it. So, and there's another thing. For somebody that's not coming back, they're keeping him relevant.
Oh, for sure.
Well, so that was,
They'll cover up his face on TV.
Yeah, it's keeping him relevant though.
but that was my thing, is that we, in the beginning, it was like, oh, it's hush hush, we can't even like mention his name, and now I was like, out of nowhere. I mean, whether he like posting stuff or not, like now all of a sudden, everybody's talking about, like everybody's got something to say.
I read
I'm
I read something the other day where Punk was interviewed, and he's like, "Yeah," and he even mentioned originally, or the writer mentioned originally that Punk was out for blood, so to speak, but allowed things to calm down and the heat. And he even mentioned that from what the writer said, even after the scrum, he told Kenny, "Hey, my problem's not with you.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with
There's
you."
just so many things coming out, and so many people are talking where if it's not in a good, like, even though you're not talking good, talking bad is still keeping him relevant, and vice versa. So why would you keep him relevant if you just want him to fade away? You know,
bad publicity is still publicity.
I agree.
All right, so this one right here is called Alani New.
Yeah, and it's
That doesn't sound good.
retro rainbow.
So, side note, I've had a couple of the Lonnies. Pretty good, in my opinion.
So is this purple or is that just my drink?
That's just a drink.
Just a drink.
Does smell like cotton candy.
I hope it's good. I don't know what flavor it is.
Skittles.
Wow, that's really good.
It was a little sour.
Wow, that's
So-
nice.
Like sour Skittles.
That's my favorite one so far. Alani, what?
New. And you?
Japanese?
No. They
I was like, is it Japanese?
they have
Japanese?
GNC. I think you can find some of them at like Kroger and stuff.
Target. They have a
That one's really good.
I had one
like
called
cherry slushy and cosmics. I don't know. They're like
so the
Witch's Brew.
so
I
I
think
had
you've had that one.
I had
Witch's
one
Brew,
I had one called Cosmic something. It's in a purple can.
Stardust or something like that.
No, not
Actually,
that.
no, I think that is called something like
Not
that.
that.
Easy, you're gonna bust your lip.
Oh, cheap shot. he hissed. That was fun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep, I'll go with it.
The Lonnies are
That's the one I've been waiting for. Of course, you chose it last.
That's why, because it's also the one I've been waiting for.
Mm.
It's the one I'm most excited about. This one is snow cone.
Yep.
G Fuel
Is it gonna be clear or is it gonna be blue?
red.
Red. You know, I'm just thinking like we're taking all these energy drinks, like mixing them all, probably gonna F us up or something.
The last thing we should do is to mix all of them except for the Mountain Dew one, and at the very end.
I'm already about to.
So by the way, this one smells the most true to name.
Mm.
It smells identical to a snow cone. All right.
I take that back. I said earlier, I said the Rise was so the Rise was definitely the Smarties ones that we had, but the Rise, I think G Fuel is the Crash Bandicoot one.
All right. Winner. That's my favorite.
Good.
It does have
It's no carbonation to it.
Happy for you.
it has a very weird taste.
I feel like that's a snow cone that's been like eaten and spit back into a cup.
Snow cone's been sitting a while.
I was saying, it tastes like the snow cone's
someone's-
melted and been sitting out for days.
Someone's lit the snow cone and spit
Take your
it out.
second sip. Tastes better.
Nope, stay the same.
Tastes like a snow cone made with yellow snow.
Oh man, I think it's good.
Imagine eating a snow cone and spitting it back into a cup.
Ooh, it's very good comparison. Anyhow,
Not bad though. My favorite one was probably
the one before it.
the Lonnie.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite one. Woo! I would
Jacked up.
Yep.
He's gonna start flexing here in a minute.
GTG. All right, so let's WrestleMania 39.
Night one.
Well, I don't it doesn't
Yeah, we
tell-
don't even know what matches. So I think the only matches that are confirmed, I think we know Rollins, Logan's happening night one because it's Logan's birthday, and they talked about it last night on Raw. And then night two is Cody and Roman. But other than that, we don't know what's on what night. I don't think.
Really? Okay.
So we know Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio.
Awesome moment there with Ray.
Yeah, because you don't touch mama.
Well, the cool thing is, I was reading like stuff he was talking about on social media. He's like, that's your mother, but that's my wife. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
I like it a lot.
I think Dominic goes over though.
Ooh, really? Okay.
Yeah, even though Ray's being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
It'd be interesting.
What other way for dad to pass the torch to son than to lose to him on WrestleMania? Nah, I mean,
is Dominic ready for that?
do I think he's ready? Nah. But does Ray love his son that much? Yeah.
We shall see.
I will say this though. Dominic trying to perform more like Eddie is better for him than trying to perform like Ray.
So I think Dom was originally
his
going to.
daddy
I think
noise.
Dom was originally going to win this match, but I think this was supposed to be Ray's last match, and the reports have come out that that's not the case anymore. That they think Ray's going to continue. So because of that, I don't see Ray losing as much.
The daughter plays a role in this match.
Well, if that's the case, I think she might side with Dom.
Turns on him. Wow, that'd be cool. I wouldn't be mad at it. But I mean, both could be involved, the wife and the daughter, but definitely Aaliyah. I
Do you
think.
think that though, especially the way she was like acting toward him on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it would be the swerve that nobody, like, not many people expect, and it would get the most heat.
Well,
I think.
so I saw something.
Another
Another article.
She wrestle Aaliyah,
Mm-mm.
or is she involved in the business at all?
I mean, there was that
She was
stint
with Buddy Murphy.
Oh, that was awkward. Yeah, I remember that. That was awkward. She was barely 18, right?
She was a.
Buddy's like, I'm out. But anyhow,
So everybody was, joking about, because the whole thing was with Buddy and Aaliyah, and then now this whole thing with
Dom and Rhea.
Dom and Rhea. It's payback.
probably is.
You got Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders.
Street Profits have to take it. I think
They should take it.
they should.
But they won't. It's gonna be Braun and Ricochet.
No, it's not. It'll be the Viking Raiders.
Really?
They've been building Viking Raiders up as a big heel lately, especially with Valhalla, aka Sarah Logan.
I don't know. Braun and Ricochet. I don't know. They're
Speaking of Braun, did you see the pictures of like Braun sitting or Cody having like with Braun on his shoulders?
Yeah.
yes.
Or Cody was jacked. Like, he in great shape.
Power of the needle. So what's next?
Um,
I don't know what to pick for that match. That's my bathroom break.
Billy
match.
says Profits. They're all the reason I say it won't be the Street Profits is because I still think they're focusing on trying to make Montez Ford a singles competitor.
So here's one thing to think about too. So whoever you think is going to win the tag titles, like if KO and Sammy take the tag titles, and that's the face had the title. So who do they want outside of the Usos? Who do they want to be the next like challenger for the titles? So it would make, that would play into the Viking Raiders thing a little bit.
Yeah, and they keep kind of looking at Alpha Academy possibly breaking up with Otis going to Maximum Male Models. There's been rumors that Braun Strowman and Ricochet lose, and then Braun turns on Ricochet. And
that should be a sight to watch.
But that's where you get the entrance of Brian Cage, possibly. That's been one rumor.
I'd like to see Braun versus Brian. I think it'd be fun to watch.
You got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
Are they returning Shotzi's last name? Didn't I read that at one point?
I heard at one point they were, but they haven't
done it yet. They'll introduce her as Shotzi Blackheart.
It's announced on the March 17th episode of SmackDown that a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team WrestleMania Showcase match would take place. Morgan and Rodriguez were the first to qualify by beating Emma and Tegan Nox. I didn't know Tegan Nox was still part of WWE. Natalia and Shotzi qualified by beating Xia Li and Lacey Evans. Rousey and Baszler were given free entry to the match, and Green and DeVille qualified on the final pre-WrestleMania Raw by beating Mitch and Mia Yim and Candice LeRae.
I'm ready for Ronda Rousey to leave.
Me too.
She's not. I don't want to say worn out or welcome, but she's done.
She other than her part of her initial run, I don't think she's adjusted to the business very well.
She doesn't
Like-
care to. That's the difference.
Right, but I just don't think it's worked out.
Yeah, and I mean, man, I'll never forget that moment with Triple H and Stephanie and The Rock and Ronda. Ronda was so over. And when she finally made her debut on, it might have been Raw, coming out to that, was it Joan Jett? Is it a Joan Jett song?
Yep.
Bad Reputation. And fantastic. The Piper jacket.
I mean, now you could care less.
Nah. Care less. She's not entertaining to me. She's lost her value. She hasn't tried to improve. But the thing I will say about Ronda and Brock Lesnar is that like
What other Brock was you talking about?
Purdy.
Brock Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, but the thing about Ronda and Brock, both, because of their backgrounds, their legitimate backgrounds, everything they do looks devastating, and they know how to make it look really, really good. But other than that, man, anything Ronda's involved in, I care less.
Billy says Ronda's hurt too. I don't know. So Billy, I don't know how much of that is a work. Just FYI.
Your favorite name to say?
Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship. What better way to make Gunther look massive than to put him over two of the strongest guys, biggest guys in WWE.
Yeah, he doesn't lose.
Very tenured
I
as
think
well.
Gunther wins.
Gunther is they're gonna make him the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. So
That's a strong statement there, buddy. I'll bet a T on that.
He's not far from it.
Of all time?
Last I checked, they threw something on
Hold on. You want to take the T-bet?
they threw something on WWE that was, they said 700 days.
How long Pat Patterson hold that belt?
Well, I'm talking about what WWE put. So
Well, WWE also puts there's 150,000 people in an arena that fits 75.
touche.
How long Pat Patterson hold that belt? I'm curious. He's longest reigning, right? Or is it Honky Tonk Man? One of the two. Honky Tonk Man held that belt for how long?
454 days.
Oh, something's wrong there.
And Gunther's at he was at 281.
So he's third behind Randy Savage and Honky Tonk Man.
Yep.
So Randy Savage is second. Honky Tonk Man's one. 400 what?
24, something like 34.
Yeah, so he's at 290.
I mean, shoot, they've had their belt on Roman Reigns for over 2 years, so it's very well a possibility. Until Brian Cage comes in.
I just think, I think because it's a Triple H guy, I think Triple H
He's hard up on him. I get it.
makes him the.
It looks like $1 million, dude. Look at the effort he's put into his character, though. And look at the effort he's put into his look. Just, how much weight has he lost? 50 pounds?
Oh yeah,
And he's jacked.
Billy says Sheamus wins.
I
I don't think so. If Sheamus doesn't win in Cardiff, he doesn't win at WrestleMania.
Oh, what's Brett saying?
Brett says unpopular opinion incoming. Don't like Gunther, not because he's a heel, just don't like his style or anything about him. Dude, he's just a heavy hitter, bro. Heavy hitter.
He's a hoss, man.
Heavy hitter, old school, technical style wrestler.
And Brett, you might have to look it up. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, but I believe he was Walter on the Indies.
Correct.
His last match was against James Drake. I believe James Drake. I believe he requested that match against James Drake, actually. Might be an interesting little tidbit for you to look up. But
I bet that was a heavy hitting match.
Hoss fight. Hoss fight.
I just picture the chops.
So I think interestingly, I think James Drake had the final match of Walter and Keith Lee on the indie scene. Hand chosen. Almost positive.
Well, and not to mention
that's a cool little thing.
Eddie Kingston handpicked Drake on AEW.
Yeah, dude, Drake is he's such a talent, man. Oh, we'll have to go back and what my prediction for or what I'd like to see for Tully.
Oh, well, let's pause for
let's keep going to WrestleMania.
All right.
Let's finish this.
So Edge versus Finn Balor at Hell in a Cell.
Surprises incoming.
That's low key going to be one of my favorite matches on the show.
I think this one will steal the show.
Edge is about to do something.
So rumors are
A lot of rumors here.
a lot of rumors. Obviously Gangrel they've talked about.
He's looking huge.
But today I read where Tony Khan has given Christian the go ahead to come to WrestleMania to reform the Brood with Edge, if WWE will allow him to come.
That's what Brett just said.
Brett, yep. Rumor I heard was that Tony gave Christian the go ahead to join. Yeah, exactly. And you said you hope James Drake with the Gunther's butt, Walter's butt.
It's gonna be interesting, man.
Listen,
Christian wouldn't pass that up if it's true. There's no way Christian would give up that opportunity to do that.
the question becomes: would WWE allow him or bring him in?
Well, they didn't allow Billy Gunn for the DX.
A little bit more hatred there, though.
Is there?
I think so.
That's the cool thing about DX, man. Those guys hate each other.
Like, you got to remember, Christian was with WWE. He showed up in the Rumble, and then showed up on like AEW that following week. Like it was he showed up. It was like his first match in forever, and he looked good. And then I guess I don't know if they necessarily wanted to sign him, and he just went to AEW. But I don't think there's bad blood between Christian.
Well, and let's be honest. Vince is back in power, in creative. I don't care what anybody says. Any kind of argument. So if there's money to be made, or if there's something that's best
for business,
better for business, I think Vince will do it. We'll see.
But now
that match is gonna be nuts.
Who do you think wins?
Oh my
Finn.
gosh,
the Demon wins.
Has Demon Balor ever lost
to Roman the last time
as the Demon?
He lost to Roman as the Demon. That was when the turnbuckle, he was about to win, and the turnbuckle.
I do remember that stupid spot. That was awful.
Yeah, and then he lost. But I think that was the last, if one of the only times he's lost is the Demon. But that was the last time he lost.
Okay. So
what? Hold on. All right. Sorry. Well, I'll get to that bottom comment. Go ahead.
So I think this is crazy.
I don't remember the Demon losing to Bray. Just saying.
No, Roman.
Yeah, I remember. I know him. No, but Billy says the Demon lost to Bray. I don't remember that.
I don't think he was the Demon if he lost. But so it's weird, man. So fill me in here with AEW. How have they teased it? Like, did AEW tease Christian leaving or Edge? No. Edge and Beth tease top couple out.
Yep.
Right. So I think if Edge loses here, I think Edge is out.
I do too.
And it's weird, man. There's so many all right. So if Edge comes out with Christian,
well, let's talk about a couple things.
There's a lot of things here.
So FTR,
yes,
mention teams they want to face.
Correct.
Edge and Christian was one of them,
and said
and quoted, "This will be happening sooner than you think."
Okay, so what does that mean? That one of two things: FTR is coming, or Edge is going.
But if FTR is coming, Christian is too.
There's a lot of things that would have to happen.
But if FTR is staying, Christian is staying, and Edge, Adam Copeland, is going.
I think they're all in cahoots.
Oh, for sure.
They're all playing this. I there's it's like here breadcrumb. Here, go over here. Oh, don't pay attention to what's happening over here.
Well, and I mentioned in our chat earlier, I said, what if Edge says, all right, guys, bring Christian in for the Brew reunion. I stay. Don't, I go.
So
I don't think he would do that, but
if Christian doesn't show, there's a likelihood Edge is going. That would be my take. And then if Edge loses, I definitely think he's going. That would be my pick for it, but I don't know who to pick, who I'd want to win. I think
Z-Miz. Thanks, Z-Miz. Demon Finn beat Bray at SummerSlam.
I think I'm gonna roll.
Also, welcome to the show.
I think I'm gonna roll with Finn Balor. That's gonna be my pick. But I think there's gonna be something crazy in this match. Edge is already saying some crazy stuff about when it's WrestleMania time, when there's this Hell in a Cell match, he goes to a whole different level, mentally, and it's gonna be ugly.
So Edge said, Edge used Psalms 23 in his promo. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. And he said, the reason I fear no evil is because I am that evil in the valley.
I'm always weird. I like when people throw biblical stuff into the promos, because it's, especially those kind of characters, it's really hitting. What?
So the Demon fought Bray SummerSlam 2017. The Demon won, and then Finn and the Fiend fought at SummerSlam a few years after, but it was just regular Finn, and Bray won. But they were trying to lead back up
Demon
to
and Fiend,
Demon
and they never
and
hit
Fiend, and then the pandemic hit and they squashed it.
That's what I thought.
So the one time the Demon lost,
It was to Roman.
Over the fluke buckle.
Yeah, weird, whatever.
Stupid
Fluke buckle.
fluke buckle. So I'm going with Finn Balor here. But a lot of things to watch. See, I want to know what Zemas, because Zemas doesn't like talking sports with us at the end, so he can talk wrestling with us.
What I do enjoy is that it seems the reports have come out that they may be going back to just the regular Hell in a Cell and not the red one.
Yeah,
like
I'm
just the
okay with
standard.
that.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
So
Zema says it doesn't make sense for Edge to win. Finn needs to win to push Judgment Day after this.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
And Zemas, we were talking about things like, because there's a lot of storylines going here. I don't know how much you caught. A lot of stories being told
Outside of the shows. Yeah,
you've had AEW's FTR talking about they've been on record saying that a match with Edge and Christian would happen sooner than later. So is FTR inbound?
Could happen. So it was close. Their words were closer than you think.
Okay,
but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen.
Oh, come on. So come on. So it's either. So is FTR inbound? Is Edge outbound? You've heard the rumor with Tony Khan.
Does Christian show up?
Does Christian show?
I mean, he got buried on live TV.
Yeah, if Christian shows up, I don't think it's happening. But if Christian doesn't show during the entrance, and Edge loses, I think Edge is on his way out.
And hypothetically, say Edge is on his way out. What better way for Christian to show back up on AEW TV
with Edge
than with Edge?
So that's another thing I'm fighting with, Zach.
Yeah, I don't see Edge leaving though.
Billy says
Edge is WWE.
I was like, not after he was gone for 12 years and then was able to come back. I just don't see it.
Well, I mean, Daniel Bryan was gone for several years as well.
Sometimes people just want to test the waters and test the change of scenery.
Billy says, but Edge vowed to shut it down. Zema says, I can't see Edge leaving WWE.
Zach, you're so right though. They do cut those good promos, and they keep that kayfabe alive.
Oh, so speaking of FTR,
can we read that on air?
Yeah, FTR. Well, I wasn't gonna read that, but
No,
I will.
I can read it.
No, you're good. You're
so
really good.
that Zema says, FTR also full of most of the time. Yes, I'm a fan of the dudes, but they are full of a lot of it. LOL.
LOL.
Haha. HA.
That's funny.
I don't think he was saying beep.
When people get the point.
I get it.
Moving on, you got Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus a Damage Control. Alt delete.
I don't get it. Lita looks awful.
She did in that one match. She has can't judge it by one match.
I sure can.
Has she been in any of the other matches after?
No.
Okay,
there you go. She's been training a lot. Trish looks fantastic for her age.
So look, I was watching Raw last night.
Yeah, she does.
My wife knows that Trish has always been like my favorite, and so I was watching Raw and they were on, and she was like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "Trish," and she like took a second. She was like, "Wait, the one you used to like?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like,
"What is she?"
She's really old, isn't she? And she was like, "I mean, she looks good to be really old." And she was like, "But I mean, she's still in good shape."
Pay to have all that work, but it's another match. It seems like Billy's put I think Billy's talking about this one. Weak story flat. It seems like it's. It seems like the build is very weak.
Zima said he liked the beep.
Of course, we try to be edited.
I agree, Billy. It is
Zach.
a weak story and it is flat, just like Shane was mentioning.
Zach is funny. Can we just keep reading what he's saying?
Zima says this match never should have been a thing, and Trish could always take me to yoga class. Okay.
I just want Zach just to keep commentating so we can read his stuff on there.
Zima is like talking about downward dog. Let's go.
Yeah. Another match I don't care about. The build has been awful. It seems to have no structure, no sort of meaning. Trish is
all right. So real quick, and I may get crucified for this.
no, probably not.
I hate hearing Trish Stratus talk.
It's awful. That can
I mean, she has the personality of drywall.
I never thought she could cut a good promo.
No.
Ever.
I never noticed.
See, Zach agrees.
Billy says just like the Asuka and Bianca match, lack of story. Well, you slow your roll there, Billy.
You shut your whore mouth, Billy.
Zima is talking about Trish Stratus and no personality. It says amen. She was always trash on the mic.
Now I will say, so Trish, out of all the female talent that I could think of that come to mind, she made the best transition from manager to worker. She at one point in her career was super talented.
What's that all about, eh?
Yeah. Booty.
What's that all about, eh?
But she was fantastic in the ring during her during prime.
Chick kick.
I loved Stratisfaction. Awesome.
What did you think about her feud with Mickie James?
Yeah.
Great. What do you think, Jonathan?
It really brought Mickie, elevated Mickie, I think, to status. Yeah.
Was Mickie James Patty Pizzazz?
Who?
So there
Patty
was
Pizzazz?
Yeah. So there was so there used to be it's like an indie wrestling that used to come on back in the day. And it came on like Fox or something, and
that friggin' Billy.
yeah. And I could have sworn Mickie James used to come out, and her name was Patty Pizzazz, but I may be wrong.
Pizzazz.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, it reminds me of when Billy's comment about Stacy All the Legs Keebler. That is awesome to me. But remember when she came out? Was it the Kid Rock song? Was it Kid Rock?
Oh
my Lord, that was a good. Man, I tell you, so fitting.
Let's keep moving. United States Championship.
They now have a Scott Steiner inductor.
Well, interestingly,
Or the Dudleys.
Dudleys would be great. I think it'd be good. I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah, Devon. Yeah, don't own it. Devon's got a good working relationship anymore.
You know who honestly would be a good person to induct Stacy Keebler would be Lenny and Lodi from WCW. That was like our first group is Miss Hancock. I mean, it's not something really most people would remember, but I saw Lodi like share a screenshot of Miss Hancock. Must have been what 96-ish, 97, and he was like, "Yeah, here it's Lenny and Lodi and Stacy," and he's like, "Yeah, it's the first one to manage her. We're the first one to kick her to the curb."
What about Val Venus?
Huh? No. He's too controversial for no. Hello, ladies. If you see some of the stuff he says, he's crazy. No. Zebas, you know about Sean Morley? Guys, he's crazy.
United States Championship, Austin Theory versus John Cena.
I'm excited.
Some people believe John Cena wins the United States Championship and becomes the winningest United States champion of all time.
So when did John Cena first win the United States Championship?
WrestleMania
20 against Big Show. So here we are 19 years later. How fitting would it be? I think it's so. I don't know if that was originally the plan, but from a storytelling standpoint, I think it'd be kind of cool.
You can't see it happening.
Yeah, the belt's floating.
Well, I think he shared a picture of that showed like on Twitter. It was like first U.S. title win. Had him holding the belt at Mania, but I think he misspelled, and instead of putting last, he put first, and then it said first U.S. title win. Had a picture, and it was like then right up under it said first U.S. title win, and it had him WrestleMania 39 holding a different belt. I was like, I think that was a typo.
Well, if you ain't
Zima
first, you
says
last.
Theory all day, hands down. I think you meant A-Town, hands down.
Unless he meant first match. It said first match WrestleMania 20 at the Garden.
Yeah, they opened the
picture.
show.
And then it says first match WrestleMania 39. So it may just be that might be the first match of like night one.
Oh,
Now that'd be crazy.
Would it be his first match of the year? Has he wrestled in it?
Yeah, he did the
Yeah,
match, but I don't know if it was this year.
This year's only 3 months old, guys.
He teamed with
I don't remember him being in Rumble.
No, he teamed with somebody against Roman
Last
It
year.
was a tag match.
This year?
It might have been like the first SmackDown of the year.
Ow. Dadgummit, that hurt.
I think you're right.
I don't bet tees.
I think you're right.
Cena and KO versus Roman and Sammy.
It was like January.
But it was December. It was the very end of December.
Yeah.
Last-
Should have been a
last-
tease.
last match of the year.
Right before the new year.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, I think the story writes itself. I think, especially if he's opening the show, and I really think this is my guess. I think we get Thugonomics here.
That would be awesome.
Word life.
I mean, that's how he did it with Big Show at WrestleMania 20. I think that's what we
Remember when he came back as Thugonomics against Elias?
and the crowd goes nuts for that. That when that
I mean,
chain and that lock
last
come
time
out,
he did the promo on Theory, he tore it into pieces. So could just imagine the rap coming down that long entrance right into the ring.
oh man, I think we're gonna get Thugonomics.
Billy says Cena last match was last year. Zima says Theory's 2K23 commercial about Cena is gold.
yes,
The whole reason I want the game, LOL. It was the last SmackDown was last year. Yep. We mentioned
he's like an encyclopedia of wrestling knowledge.
he is.
I like it.
There's a reason that he runs We Talk Wrestling. Just saying.
Putting you over, bro. Putting you over.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Low key gonna be a barn burner. Logan Paul's gotten really good. Seth is good at making somebody not good look good. So I mean, it's
One thing they've been using with Logan lately is the right hand, using his prowess as a boxer.
which they should incorporate that.
Rumors are that this is his last match on his contract for
Love you-
Logan.
For
Hey,
Logan.
love you too, Z-Miss.
Mm.
And I don't know if you watched Raw last night, but I mean, Rollins has always been over, but I mean, it was like 5 minutes in the ring of Rollins just standing there twice before the match and after the match, where he was there. The crowd was just doing
Dude, I used to love his originals. Burn it down. But man, dude, him getting that crowd is yeah, that gets me hyped.
I like his buckshot lariat.
Yep.
I've come to like that.
Rollins.
No,
No,
Logan's.
Logan Paul's.
I can't remember. I can't. This mouse that wrong.
I mean, Elliot was talking about his entrance, and you just said I like his buckshot lariat. So I was like,
I was reading his name.
well, we don't know that.
Oh well,
The listeners don't know that. They can't see you reading.
You can't see me.
I mean, you've got two guys who can both do really, really good frog splashes against each other.
Who wins that match?
Oh, Rollins. They've been making Rollins look weak the whole time. He goes over.
Yeah, I think Rollins takes it too.
All right.
What about you? You're not gonna share with the class?
No. I'll tell you who I want to win or who I think's gonna win after the match is over.
That sounds about right.
Zima says, I'm happy to see Logan win, actually, but I think Seth takes it.
I do. That's what I mean. Especially if it's rumored that Logan's done.
Next, you get match of the night: Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Omos.
Whatever. Omos is almost gonna win.
Crickets. Like, I don't even know what to say. This has been the biggest disaster on the whole card. I mean, this is awful. Who's getting punished here? Brock or Omos?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, This is awful.
Billy says Omos unless it's another DQ.
Omos gets the W. So Omos has gotten. He's been getting up on Brock.
Z-Miss says don't hit on my big man.
Who?
Omos gets the W.
Which big man? Omos?
Omos. Yeah.
He's
I
awful.
don't know what anybody else is seeing. I just don't see it.
Am I missing something, Zach?
Dude, I think he's slow.
He's like the giant
ring.
Gonzalez.
I would say just because he's tall doesn't make him fit
he
to
had
be a superstar.
one job to clothesline Brock over the ropes, and he couldn't do it. He like completely missed. And like
this is shape. This legitimately has the possibility to be one of those matches where Omos F's something up and Brock gets pissed,
gives him a receipt.
He's gonna punch you in the face or something like he did to Braun.
That would make the match interesting.
Like
I'll keep going.
Like Zach, legit. Like if we're missing something, or if I don't know, what is it about Omos that you are drawn to? Because there's nothing for me. Like to me, he's like the great Khali. Awful. Great Khali, Omos, Giant Gonzalez, all those tall guys that.
I mean, Khali was world champion.
That doesn't mean anything. So was David Arquette.
It does when Vince is around.
So was David Arquette. In which David Arquette, speaking of which, have you seen his stuff on he's gotten really good. David Arquette.
I haven't seen anything.
Oh my Lord. He's
well, you showed me something.
I think we should make a call. We have to call him for PCW. I'd bring David Arquette in
Well,
all day. Yes, you would.
I would not.
Former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, the star of Ready to Rumble, David Arquette. Elliot, where'd he go? Anyway, the idea endings DQ. Omos destroying Broke. He calls him Broke.
I like Zach too.
Broke Brock Mountain. I cracked myself. Broke Brock. Hey, Elliot, what do you think? Broke Brock Mountain. Okay. So, Omos is not a spectacle. I can't get behind you on that one. I just can't. I gotta give Broke. I kind of gotta take inspiration from Zach because he accidentally called Brock Broke.
I don't think he accidentally. I think he did it on purpose.
Broke Lesnar.
No, I meant Brock typing too fast. You ass.
Oh, I take it back. I said I like Zach because he called him Broke.
Broke Brock.
The idea.
By the way, Shane, while you were back there, Shane wants to bring in David Arquette.
Dude, that'd be money.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
See?
Nah.
2 against 1.
Ready to rumble, bro.
I write the checks.
He's fired.
It doesn't work like that.
Former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. I think we should look into it. He's probably pretty expensive though. But he worked Nick Gage at GCW.
You just want him there because he was in Scream.
No, what? No.
So I think the thing
That's a good point.
I think with him though, I think he's actually become a pretty decent worker.
He's superb.
Yeah.
But anyway,
did y'all
see? Look at the last thing Z-Miss says.
Dude, he would be a great for a show.
That he's a draw. That's all we care about. Draw.
What did he go by in Ready to Rumble?
Do we? No. That's Scream.
That's Scream.
Hang on. Keep talking. I'll think about it.
Something with the law, right?
Go through.
He was a cop.
So the idea ending is DQ with almost destroying Broke. But don't get me wrong. Almost is not the best, but they need the big giant like back in the day. See, I think they should do. So I look
better than all the wrestler.
I look at almost like a Giant Gonzalez, like they were talking about earlier. I look at almost as a spectacle because of size.
Not Dewey.
Broad typing fast.
It's something.
Yeah,
It's something close to that. What's the first name?
Gordy
I don't remember his last name.
Boggs.
Gordy Boggs. F. Okay. Dang it. It'll bother me.
All right, now the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship, the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. KO Mania Wrestle Zayn.
Usos retain.
KO Mania and WrestleZania.
Just for that reason alone, the bloodline retains. Usos retain. Yeah,
Usos retain. Sammy turns on Kevin.
that would be awesome.
Joins the bloodline.
Haven't seen that before.
What I do
where's
think
Solo
is they
involved?
have to be on separate nights. The tag match and the main event. They cannot be on the same night.
Okay, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Zima says there's only one way to go with this. Kevin and Sammy take the titles.
I respectfully disagree. I think Bloodline leaves WrestleMania with all the gold.
Solo, to answer your question, Solo is going to be ringside
Mm-hmm.
with Roman.
And I don't know if you saw, but Solo suffered his first singles loss last night against Cody.
It's the American Nightmare.
And what was a great finish, smooth finish.
Because Solo ain't ready. Is what Cody's been telling him past several weeks.
Well, he's been saying that for years.
You're not ready.
If you go back to the stuff with AEW,
Yep,
it's funny stuff. Full circle is funny. But I'm going with Usos.
I can see the Usos keeping it.
So if Usos retain, does Roman lose?
I think in order to make that possible rivalry jump off, Roman losing and the Usos retaining would be them saying, hey, you're not our tribal chief anymore, type of thing.
So it's weird because I'm in the boat that I don't necessarily see the Bloodline losing all the titles. I think it's one or the other. But I think Cody is going to win. So I think but it's weird. I don't know. Like I don't think both titles change hands, the tag and the world title, but I don't know which one.
I think it's almost too obvious that Cody's going to win. It's becoming too obvious.
I do agree with that, but it would create heat, but I think it would do more damage long term by having Roman go over Cody than it would Cody win. I think it has to. I mean, that's just what, from the moment Cody came back, that was the direction you knew they were going in.
And rumors are that Triple H has approved the new WWE belt design. Could that be?
I saw something today. It was about JB Toys, though, but it looked like the old winged eagle with the American Nightmare logo in the center.
I hope they don't do something like that.
On a white strap.
But it was like, so we talked about when Sammy fought Roman, I was like, it would be a big moment, a single moment if Sammy won. I just don't think long term it would hold up. Like I think it would be a hot moment because Sammy was hot, but I just don't think it would overall would be in their best for business. But I think Cody winning is best for business, whether it was telegraphed or not the whole way.
We mentioned that earlier as well. Z-Miz, that you got to have the tag team title match and the Universal Heavyweight Championship match on 2 different nights for sure. So I think either A, Bloodline loses all the titles, causing the Bloodline to completely crumble, or B, only one title is exchanged. And you have Roman getting upset with the Usos, either A, because they won, he lost, or B, because he won and they lost.
So the bad thing, like to Shane's point, is that it's like he was talking about it being too obvious that Cody's going to win. To me, the biggest moment would be Cody winning.
Absolutely.
But I also think the second biggest moment that could possibly happen from both nights would be Sammy and KO winning the tag title. So like to me, I don't see how you don't have both of them win, because it's Mania. Like you're in front of that many people, the reaction you're going to get from a shot on TV standpoint.
Yep.
You just can't beat. You can't that's not something you have every night. So I just don't think they can. I don't think they have an option to go another direction, but I just don't know if they take all the titles off the Bloodline at one time.
Z-Miz says the Bloodline doesn't need the titles to tell the story. Roman being pissed off about everything. I agree. And also, being pissed. Let's keep moving. Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
Title change. Belair. Title change.
That was unintentional.
Jonathan's wearing his Belair Academy jersey tonight.
Do you know what that's from?
Title change.
Do you know what that's from?
Was it Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
You got a lucky guess.
Uh,
How many
Um,
episodes of Fresh Prince have you seen?
0.
Okay.
It's Will Smith though.
It is Will Smith.
I don't like Will Smith. Oscar, title change.
Apparently, his wife doesn't either.
Huh? My wife.
No, Will Smith's wife doesn't like him.
Oh, neither does Chris Rock.
Zima says Bel Air wins. Billy says Oscar wins, even with a lack of story.
Billy's got to throw that jab in there.
I think Oscar wins. So Billy, to your point, it's WWE lacks in storytelling when it's two faces going against each other.
Rumor has Bianca's going to have some sort of monumental, huge entrance.
That's fine, but I also think Oscar's going to win just because since she came back with the new face paint and stuff like
the
her
Muda
character
effect,
has
bro.
been 5 times more interesting.
It is
So
a
I
Muda
just don't
effect.
like. Again, it's another one of those things where like the KO Sammy thing, and like to me that has to happen for Oscar.
Does Kaiji Muto show up in WrestleMania?
Wasn't he supposed to get inducted as a rumor?
Yeah,
He isn't.
He is.
He is inducted.
Oh, absolutely. That would be sick.
But does he show up with and walk with Oscar?
Well, he's there.
Yep.
You know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he goes out as the Muda, Great Muda.
That's what I'm saying.
No, well, there's Kenji Muto. What you said?
Well,
Great Muda.
Look, Kenji Muto is being the one inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I think he shows up as Great Muda at WrestleMania. That'd be moment of the show.
Z-Miz said, yes, please.
That would be moment of the show. That'd be hard to top for me. Because she's been very Muda-esque with her whole gimmick.
Well, and she used
The
the
Mist?
mist for a while. She's been doing that for a while, but her whole face paint and everything just changing up. And
Her attitude and the way she
Mhm.
comes across on TV has been very Muda-like. So
obviously he's one of her role models or idols or whatever.
It could be Tajiri.
no. What?
He would tempt the tool man to.
I had to make sure you said that right. What?
He used the mist.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, his buzzsaw kicks were sick.
I used to love the tarantula.
Yeah.
That's illegal, sir. He's in the ropes. But
He had a 5 count.
yeah. Zach, I think that'd be. I think it's one of the best things they could do.
Hey, because it'd be such a great thing, it won't happen. Sorry.
That's where I'm leaning. But yes, it'd be great.
You also have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Very well could be one of.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say if it happens, it might just be in a backstage segment before the match, like him giving her a pep talk or something like that.
Awful. That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
I agree, but I'm just saying. But that's probably that'll be what would happen because they're like, oh, okay, we'll just.
I'm interested to see how the WWE crowd would receive him. It's a completely different world. So I don't know.
Who's that?
Yeah. Who's that, Dad? The kids don't even know who John Cena is anymore. I mean, if you want to make yourself
Never
old.
see him, so I mean, I'm not legit. Like he's never on TV.
Yeah, sure, that's what you meant. All right, next match.
Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
It's gonna be an amazing match. Retain. Charlotte retains.
J-Dub.
Well,
I think Ripley wins.
Not to be confused with Dub J.
It's weird. I think Ripley wins, but in my head, I have so many title changes happening that I'm like, somebody's got to keep the belt.
Zach is a man of many wives.
My wife Rhea. Billy says Rhea as well.
I will say though, in all honesty though, Rhea, out of like all, he says facts. All the women, dude, she's probably one of the most naturally beautiful people in all WWE. She looks better without the makeup. You ever seen the pictures without the makeup?
Mhm.
That's for you, Zach. It's fact. But yeah, I think Charlotte retains.
Oscar's my babe, so
Well, it's Charlotte versus Rhea.
I don't care. But you talking about one of the best looking. Back up.
Trish will always be mine.
Okay, guys. Charlotte retains. What's your pick?
I said Rhea.
Oh, okay.
Focus.
Elliot, who's your pick?
I think Charlotte retains.
Okay, cool. We're on the same page. What's
Zima says so hot she is. I love that women 100%.
I love that women plural.
Rhea is sexy.
I mean,
No, she's very, very, very attractive.
More so without the makeup.
I know she'd be looking rough in that airline picture though. She signed all them autographs.
Oh, well,
Buzz's girlfriend.
So we
Wolf.
he's I'm reading all his comments from my wife Rhea. The next 5 are all him.
So Flair comes out to help Charlotte,
No,
and then
you
you
lost
got
me.
and then you got Vicky Guerrero comes out to help her stepdaughter-in-law.
No, I don't like it. This is awful.
Stepdaughter-in-law.
Horrible.
That's because she is pissed. I'm just ready to go home. No, I get it. I think it's dumb that people want to bum rush.
Well, it's like that time. It's like, dude, it's like that time I was So funny story. I was in Jamaica in
Matt Riddle.
Was it December?
Yeah,
for the anniversary trip. I was in Jamaica with a wife. We were coming home, and Matt Riddle's on my airplane. He's 6 to 8 people in front of me, and there's no way I would approach Matt Riddle, and he didn't make the flight because he got searched. So ironically,
And the next week, he was suspended from WWE.
I knew it was coming because I walked right by him, and he was with this woman, and I was walking behind him. So you had Matt Riddle getting searched by the police lady, and then the girl was standing off. They separated them, and the girl's over here, and she just got this disgusted look on her face. And I'm walking between them. You could ask Jess, and I'm walking behind Matt, and as I'm walking by, I'm like, bro, and the girl was like, ugh. She was disgusted that I like what? That's not like I.
It's like, bro, that's not good.
I should have covered for him. That's all mine. Whatever. He's got my bag.
Billy says, "What's that sound you make when you act like you're gonna throw up?"
That's my opinion of Rhea. Awful. Absolutely awful.
Steven says, "I'd line a fatty up with him." LOL.
He almost wasted my crown.
Speaking of fatties and talking about smoking, did you see the?
I thought you were going. I thought you were going back to that video.
Did you see?
Which one? What video did I send? I don't know what's going on.
What video?
I was like, wait a minute, what video did I send?
The biggest plot twist is 6 Sense.
Oh yeah.
Did you see what Dirt Sheet posted about Punk?
No,
they're like somebody else posted it.
I don't read the Dirt Sheets.
Yeah, okay, but they shared it. Somebody else posted it. It was like CM Punk is a terrible advocate for straight edge lifestyle because there is no way one could look at the way he has carried himself over the years and think he could not benefit from smoking a little weed.
He would benefit greatly. Here's a gummy.
Hey,
I wasn't asleep.
Finally, the main event of
I'm sorry. Can you imagine smoking with Matt Riddle? Hey, Randy. Like I bet he's always high, always. So I mean, I don't know. Hey, Randy. Another one we're missing out. Randy Orton.
I think he shows up somewhere.
Where does he fit in?
Cody Rhodes.
No,
he causes Cody Rhodes
versus Roman. That'd be awful. That place would boo badly.
Well, they want to bring him back as a heel. What better way?
Puff pass.
Billy says, bro. Zima says, I would love it. Him and Randy are 2 people I want
to meet or want to smoke with. He wants to smoke with.
Okay. Puff pass.
Where did If you want to go and take a ride with me. So where does Randy?
Must be the money.
Where does Randy fit in anywhere?
I don't know. I just went back and looked at the card, and I'm like, I just don't see.
He might not fit in here.
I mean, and the only match I could sort of see
Even
would
says
be
smoke with.
maybe
Randy and Matt Riddle are two people who want to smoke with.
maybe Rollins and
Logan?
like at the end of the match, like after the match, like something. I don't know. Like, but there's nothing else. I mean, there's no. I don't think
They'll
it
just save
fits.
him.
I hope they just don't
There,
throw him in here. He interrupts the Charlotte Rhea match or something. RKO's them both.
Now, if you know the rumor, I mean, the it's not. I don't think it's been.
He comes back and RKO's edge. Bye.
If somehow
That'd be good. Doesn't make sense.
Bray and Lashley fight, I could see that would make sense.
It's funny you said it. Not on the card.
It's not on the card. And Lashley last night was talking about being in the Andre the Giant
It's so bad.
thing. But if for some reason they put it in there, I could see that being where Randy shows up
The Bray and
in Bobby
Lashley
match.
match.
He would fit there. Like I think they can make it that work, but I don't see anywhere else on the card.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, you know, since Bray's come back, Randy's been out. You know, Randy sent Bray away last time, right?
Now, you were talking about the Cody thing. I don't think he shows up in the match to like help Cody out or
No.
cost Cody the match or whatever. But if Cody wins and Mania is going off the air and they do like Sting Starcade where like everybody from the back is coming out to congratulate him because he made it. Like it was, you know, that was the moment. I could see Randy being the first one out just to congratulate him. Like having everybody, like, you know, all the faces and stuff in the ring, but Randy leading the pack.
If you think about it, though, Cody and Randy have some history there. Was it legacy?
That's what I'm saying. And maybe like
That would make
something
sense.
happened there.
They can make it work. I always thought the fact that Cody's the son of Dusty Rhodes and he's the son of Cowboy Bob Orton would make, you know, most sense. But
Billy says if Cody loses, then Randy goes after Roman for retribution for him getting hurt. And Seaman says yes.
I don't know what the yes is to.
I think it was the Randy coming out.
It would have
And
to
Lacey.
be. I think, yeah. That's where I think it would make most sense, I guess.
So who do we have?
I got Roman retaining. That's my pick.
So I have Cody, but here's my problem with what you were. So I get what you were saying is too telegraphed that Cody's going to win, but here's the best for business thing. And it, like really doing, even though that it seems like 100% chance that Cody's going to win to me, because Roman's had the title for so long. Like if Cody doesn't beat him, then who?
Who does?
I mean, like who does? Like there, to me, that like, it doesn't continue the bloodline story to me in a positive direction, but Roman losing and there being cracks in the foundation and stuff like that. Also, Cody gets his moment, but then it still makes the bloodline
Is cooking.
interesting. I mean, that would be the only other place they could go. But I think to me that shouldn't be for the title.
Yeah.
Zima says he wants Roman to win because he wants everything to come back full circle and Jay to take the title. Which main event Jay Uso.
It's tough, man. That's tough because I like Jey Uso. I think he's super talented, but can you see him as the belt carrier of WWE? I don't know. That's tough for me. Tough. That's a tough sell.
That's the
Not that I don't think he's talented. Not that I don't think he cuts a great promo, but when you think of WWE champion, I just think that you think of the larger than life, the big. I don't know. That's just me, but
I think he could be champion, but I know where you're coming from. Like I mean, no matter.
Doesn't fit the
I
WWE
think he's
mold.
very talented in the ring, and he's
Super.
definitely like his work the last couple of years. He definitely would be somebody I would consider worthy, but I just don't. Even like to me, even if he wins, like he wouldn't. It would be like a very small title reign. Like I don't see him keeping the title very long. That's why I don't see that being the route they need to go. To me, the right route is Cody winning. Like that makes the most sense for everything in the future. Like Cody can He can feud with Roman, continue to feud with Roman. He can go off on his own. The Bloodline's got their own issues they can work out. Could still be Roman versus Jay. It just wouldn't have anything on the line. I just don't think if Roman keeps the belt, other than maybe one match against Jay, like I just don't see how the Bloodline storyline gets better.
Yeah,
but it would get better by there being cracks. Like
so, Zima says, "Big Fat Jay has been one of the best things in WWE for the last 2 years,
Silently, too.
and he would most definitely be a good transitional champion."
It's a tough sell for me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. So when I think transitional champions, I think of a temporary placeholder. I think of it somebody that's holding the belt just to get it off somebody to give it to somebody else. I don't like that.
Stuff's already
interim.
I hate that AEW term.
Stuff's already come out about Roman being ready to
Boy's ready to go home, Bo.
Yeah,
He's
leave.
Tired.
Take time off and stuff. So
Roman, that report getting leaked leads you to believe that Roman's definitely losing. And then the way they're building Cody, definitely Cody's winning. So I think they go the opposite. I think I still think Roman retains. I'm hoping. Either way, I don't think you can go wrong. I'm just interested to see where they go if Cody retains or if Cody wins.
Yep. That wraps up the weekend.
Oh man, we just got through the weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we still
this is a big weekend in wrestling.
It is a big weekend in wrestling.
Week. Yeah.
I mean, Mania is always a big week, but for this something about I guess the Ring of Honor match, and I'm not gonna lie, the WrestleMania card is probably one of the best in the last couple of years from a storyline. I mean, like, you know, even the matches that, like Billy was saying, the Asuka Bianca match doesn't really have much story. Like, it should still be a good match. I mean, they're two fantastic workers. Like, none other than the Brock Omos match, there's not one match that I look at and I'm like, I just don't, you know. To me, that's not a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Everything else was big. I mean, they're all big matches.
Well, we still got AEW Dynamite to talk about, but before we do that, guys, this podcast is brought to you by Day Soul Coffee Lab out of Birmingham, Alabama. Y'all, I consider myself a coffee connoisseur. I absolutely love coffee, and I have found what I believe to be the absolute best coffee out there. With Day Soul Coffee Lab, you can be sure to get coffee that's super smooth and always fresh roasted. Some of the best, if not the best coffee you'll ever drink. So swing over to the website, daysoulcoffeelab.co, and use promo code LowDown to get 10% off your order. They even have a subscription option where they'll deliver coffee directly to you every month. So guys, it's a no-brainer. If you're going to drink coffee, you might as well make it great coffee. Yes, so head on over Day Soul Coffee Lab and get you some of that good old coffee. Last I checked, their barrel reserve is almost out. It's a seasonal thing, so they're selling those out last minute. But
tell him to keep one batch until 4th of July weekend.
I can send a message to see if he can do that.
Probably stop by there.
Yeah.
While I'm in Alabama.
Z-Miss says, I will be at AEW tomorrow night, and I can't wait. Omega versus Cobb. Heck yes. Not what he said. He said, yes.
Hell yes. Oh, yeah. So it's interesting here.
That's another match that could pop up on the card.
I'm a big fan of Jeff Cobb.
Stone Cold
versus LA Knight.
Very possible there.
Yeah.
Well, LA Knight,
some kind of segment.
The LA Knight started a segment, like a what's that called? Miz TV segment, like his own type of segment, talk segment. I thought I read something.
He did at one point, but
I'm just trying to think how they would be able to incorporate that. Jeff Cobb.
Well, let's get into this AEW card before we get to the main event with Kenny Omega versus Jeff Cobb. We have no other than Adam Cole Bebe making his return to the ring versus Daniel Garcia.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I expect a huge.
I can't wait for AEW All Access.
I'm actually excited about that personally. We know you don't like television. It's okay.
I don't like the reality TV stuff.
We're a bunch of marks.
I don't like the reality TV stuff, man, because it's faker than the stuff. I mean, not faker. That's a bad word. It's
blacklisted.
It's real to me, damn it. You know.
Billy says good promo.
Zima
Zima says the
kill
match is
me.
gonna be fire. Yeah, so I'm excited to see Adam Cole back in the ring. Something he's been working toward. And Billy, where have you been, Billy?
Oh, he's about to be the face of AEW. Period.
If you don't think he's going to be a face, go back and listen to his promo from several months back when he first returned. They were in California when it happened.
Yeah, he's gonna be the face of the company.
You also get the trios match: Dalton Castle and the Boys. Boys,
yes, sir.
Versus Blackpool Combat Club.
That's gonna be entertaining as crap. That's gonna be really good.
We also got Matt Hardy versus John Borjat Perry.
Poor Matt Hardy.
Yeah,
it's so random to me.
Yeah.
Jeff should be back soon.
Don't get started on Jeff Hardy. Zemas hates Jeff Hardy.
No, that's his favorite. Hardy, he said.
Huh?
That's what he said.
Zemas hates Hardy.
No,
period.
Zach loves Jeff Hardy.
Hey, look, he even says no one cares.
No, he's talking about the trios match. He loves Jeff Hardy. He messaged me privately.
Billy says delete.
He said Jeff Hardy was the best Hardy and that he loved this stint in TNA, especially his match with Sting. That's what he said. I got it in message form.
He said, Zima said, move on. Willow Nightingale versus Ruby Soho.
Go Ruby.
Here we know how this. We know what's going to happen here. Saraya and Tony are going to interject. Willow Nightingale. They're going to start trying to paint the green L on her, and Riho is going to come down with a lead pipe, and along with a sky blue
Sting with the baseball bat.
Styrofoam.
Sky blue. Zima says,
I like sky blue.
Zima says, Shane, I hate you.
No, he did not say Shane.
Well, we know who's directed to.
It's not me. He's talking about Billy.
Zima is, if that's directed to Shane, just type in Shane.
I have the message.
We also have the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship match between Kenny Omega and Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb wants to come to PCW. You get him in? Just saying. You get him in. I'm not kidding. We'll talk about that after. So Elliot was like, So Kenny Omega and Jeff Cobb that's going to be your match of the night. So realistically, it's weird. So Kenny's on a terror. Kenny looks great. You almost forgot. I mean, not us, but most probably almost forgot that Kenny's even carrying the IWGP US strap.
Not gonna lie, when I was just first saw,
I forgot.
Wait a second. I was like, oh yeah, he beat
It hasn't been defended in like three and a half months.
Z-Miz says Shane 100%, by the way.
Shut up, Zach.
Well, there it is.
You're just as bad as Cheryl.
Dang it, Cheryl.
So I can see. I would love Jeff Cobb to win this match, take this belt from Kenny, but that's not going to happen.
It could happen.
So weirdly, let me ask you this. Let me ask you both. So with Forbidden Door coming up, and Kenny Omega being the face of one of the faces of AEW, but carrying New Japan's United States Championship belt, how does that work?
We get Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega again.
Again. I mean, it's not like.
Are you upset?
I'm so pissed.
Suck it.
I'm so pissed. That match, Zach would not like that match. So I mean, like,
with the butts getting in the way, to make Omega lose.
See, to me, it's weird. This makes most sense for a title change for me. This match here, especially with Jeff Cobb.
What if Jeff Cobb is the one that hurt the Bucks and Don Callis was behind it?
I see Don Callis separating from Kenny.
Oh, he's complete. Don Callis.
Something's going on because that whole thing with Hangman.
It was very weird.
Yeah, I mean, it like come out of nowhere.
I think Don Callis is the new William Regal for the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know what Zach's saying yes to. Don Calculus.
Don Cheadle.
Has something to do with the match.
Billy says Don Yeah, Don Callis. Don Callis has something to do with the match.
I think, like I said, if there's a title change, it's here. As much as I don't want to see it because I'm a big fan of Kenny Omega, but I think they got to get that belt off him. I'm going to go with Jeff Cobb here. And I love Jeff Cobb.
Kenny.
I love Jeff Cobb.
I just don't see a belt changing hands from another company on AEW.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But then you have that match with Will Ospreay.
But it's not. I could see a belt from another company changing hands on AEW TV. What I don't see is Kenny losing on AEW TV. If Kenny's going to lose the belt, it's not going to be on AEW TV. But he loses
dirty.
EVP status.
He loses dirty. He's not losing clean. Something happens to cost him the match.
Because Cobb's a heel.
Yeah. Something happens. I'm just saying I see it happen because of who he's facing and what he represents. That's it. I love Jeff Cobb anyway. Big fan.
Well, but we still got the AEW International Championship match with Orange Cassidy and the Butcher.
Zach, he said, by the way, I love Omega and Ospreay. I think those are honestly probably in no particular order, number 1 and number 2. They're my 2 favorite pro wrestlers in the world. Honestly. I just don't know who I put 1 or 2.
So here's what I don't like about the Cassidy Butcher match from a writing standpoint. Like
There's
last
Cassidy
week,
and Butcher. You said, here's what I don't like about the Cassidy Butcher match. I said, oh, yeah, it's Cassidy and Butcher.
Well, but from a writing standpoint, so last week you had Cassidy, Sting, and Darby against the Butcher, the Blade, and who else? Can't remember who else was in the match now.
Oh, Kip Sabian.
Yeah, and like Sting and them won. So to me,
that should have crushed it.
Like what? Yeah, like why does the Butcher get a championship match? Like if they would have won, I could see it being like, all right, well, he deserved. We beat you last week. I get a title shot, but I don't know. You got to defend the title at some point. I just don't see.
Probably because it might be the Butcher's hometown. It wouldn't be the first time that AEW
I have a
does
question
like
for you, Jonathan. How do you feel about your favorite wrestler, Jeff Jarrett, turning down the opportunity to win the International Championship from Orange Cassidy? Because that man is a man's man and respectful of the business.
Well, I've only seen one report.
Choke on that, so slap nuts.
I love Jeff Jarrett. I hope Jeff Jarrett cost him the match. I don't know.
So sorry to leave you out of this, Elliot.
No, you're good.
But I think Zach,
Z-Miz,
Z-Miz with Jeff Hardy, me with Jeff Jarrett, and you with another Jeff should all create a podcast called "We Hate Jeffs." And
Jeff Metzger, that scumbag. I'll say his name. Google him, Jeff Metzger. Yes, you were. You got me pissed now.
Hey, but
we hate Jeffs.
Here's the thing.
I hate Jeff Metzger.
Is there a Jeff you don't like?
No, but there's a J I don't like.
What Jeff don't you like?
Joe Smithers. There's a J I don't like.
You can't say that name on the air.
I just did.
You can't do that.
Slithers.
Yeah, Google Jeff Metzger. Scumbag. All right, sorry. Okay, anyway.
But mine's different.
I'm going with Orange Cassidy retains.
It was just one a gotcha moment.
Oh, see.
Hey,
I'm back on the Z-Miz train.
You've experienced that, right?
What?
Zach,
it's not a gotcha moment.
Zach, are you a wrestling? Are you a wrestling fan?
Not.
I'd like to know. Are you a wrestling fan, Zach? How do you not like Jeff Jarrett? The dude is an artist.
Billy says Omega goes back for AEW title at some point. Z-Miz said he was agreeing with you. He agreed with us on
something. Zach,
he was agreeing on the
whole Cassidy Butcher match. Shouldn't be happening since the Butcher and all them lost to Sting and Cassidy last week.
No,
Z-Miz says I can't stand Double J.
Stop. Zach was talking about agreeing with me that Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay are number 1 and number 2 wrestlers in the world. We just didn't know which order. That's what he was talking about.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, he was. Ask him. Anyway, he'll tell you.
No, because this comment
I bet you a T. Bet me a T.
Same exact
me a T.
The same timestamp says.
No, bet me a T, Elliot. Bet me a T.
All right,
Zach. What were you talking about when you said I'm in agreement with you?
100 what Shane said. Which
Thank you.
part?
Thank you. Wrong-o. You owe me a T. Anyway, so
That's why I didn't admit the T.
I'm telling you, I saw him say it when I said it. So that got me all excited because it got me a T. I forgot where I was going.
Well, he also 100% hated you, so.
Yeah, but
Just like he 100% hates Jeff Jarrett.
oh yes. Why do you hate Jeff Jarrett? I'm so confused. You and Jonathan both hate Jeff Jarrett with a passion, and I don't understand it. The dude is an artist, and I believe when God created professional wrestling, Jeff Jarrett is the mold of what a professional wrestler should be. Jonathan's face, I can't. Stop looking at me like that. Stop.
I couldn't keep it out.
Stop it.
So
You looked at me like a Richard Museum.
So Z-Miz, are you saying that the Butcher and the Blade and Kip Sabian
See, there it is.
should be okay
There it is.
facing, or the Butcher should be okay facing Orange Cassidy, or do you think along the same lines of Jonathan with it doesn't make sense? Because Jonathan and I are on the same page as that. It just doesn't make sense because Butcher Blade and Kip Sabian just lost last week to Sting, Darby, and Orange. So why put one of those three in a match against Orange for a championship title match when they, I guess, technically didn't earn it?
Well, while we're waiting on Z-Miz to answer that question, Trevor texted me and said, my son texted me and said, I agree with Shane on the Jeff Jarrett standpoint.
Yes. Why do you all hate Jeff Jarrett? I need an answer. It's not because he's not talented. It's not because he doesn't have ring psychology. The dude is a genius in the ring. Why?
I didn't say he wasn't talented.
Why do you hate Jeff Jarrett? Why do you hate Jeff Jarrett? I want an answer right now.
Well,
Stop, Elliot.
Z-Miz says
Elliot.
it's more because his character and that the fact he just sucks off his dad's life.
Sucks. What?
Rest in peace.
How does that make sense?
And he also said not one of Cassidy's matches make sense. So I was technically right too.
Can
I knew
somebody
that's where he was going with that. I was like, semantics.
Can somebody stop deviating from my question?
Didn't the Butcher attack Cassidy or something?
I've never liked Jarrett.
Why? You're not giving me a why.
Well, I don't know
Ellie,
why it
do you like
started.
Jeff Jarrett? Why?
Why?
Why do you say?
Why should I?
Why not? His storytelling is amazing. He is a heel to the core. He's a better heel than a face. Let's put that aside. His selling is phenomenal.
Do I like Jeff Jarrett? No. Do I think he's a good worker? Yes.
Okay. All right.
I said he
Why do you hate Jeff Jarrett?
I don't like it. I don't like his persona
Why?
because I just don't. That's good enough.
Do you like heels?
Do I like heels?
Not
Yeah,
not the TV show.
some.
I gotta catch up.
Some. I just don't like Jeff Jarrett.
I think it's
I don't
me,
like the face I want to punch.
So I think
I don't
to
like
me,
his persona.
back in like the 90s when he was Double J, to me it came
Double
off
J. Wait. Double J.
with the white
the
suspenders,
suspenders, the stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, his whole
with the choker and the and the party streamers coming out his chest.
yes, that
Okay.
he didn't like the strut, all that stuff. It was just a Flair knockoff to me. And then
Shut up, Zach.
and it was just a Flair knockoff because he was doing the strut and
There
stuff
you
like
go.
that. He had
geez.
Look at that guy.
the long
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
the long blonde hair.
Okay.
Then he went to the whole thing with the other picture to the left where he was the Intercontinental Champion. I hated that phase. The whole thing with China.
So can I say
Dumb.
something about
What?
Can I say something about the strut real quick?
Bro, I'm getting a headache.
I remember Jeff Jarrett strut before I remember Ric Flair strut.
Ooh-wee. You just set off something in Jonathan's head. It's about ready
I
to
mean,
flip this whole table over. Careful.
but so I never liked Jarrett, but it wasn't until TNA.
Look at Z-Miz. I'm with Elliot. You suck at Shane. Skull crushing finale beats the stroke.
That's the stupidest comment I've ever seen.
And then TNA Jarrett was just the worst. It was it was late WCW
King of the Mountain,
TNA,
Jarrett? Bro, that's tough. Mm-mm.
but I think it was because it followed his WCW run, which was trash towards the end. It was the Russo The whole stuff, all of it,
But
garbage.
Jeff Jarrett is
Garbage.
such a ring general, man. And
I didn't say he was a bad worker. I don't like him.
then he's doing his job.
I agree with that.
Okay, well, that we can agree on that. He's doing his job.
I
And
agree.
his entrance with Ric Flair's last match was fantastic. And seeing him interact with those people, like, I don't know.
But here's the difference. So I saw.
My world. I
So
love
I-
that. Oh, God, it gives me excited.
I agree. I think his entrance was good. I think it went on a little too long.
Of course it is. Jeff
But-
Jarrett.
But here's the thing: I could watch Jarrett do. But here's why, like when I say I don't like Jarrett,
I'm listening.
so I could watch Jarrett do that and know that he's doing his job and that it's coming across the way that he intended it to. The fans were absolutely hating him.
Okay.
I'm not entertained by that. Like, I don't like it. I mean, I don't like him, which is why I'm not entertained. But I could watch Cardona do the exact same thing and get all the heat in the world, and it would be 10 times better.
So you just don't like the old wrestlers.
I just don't like Jarrett.
You don't like old people.
Uh,
You would put him in a home.
yes.
You're sick. You are a sick individual.
With Ben Stiller as his caretaker.
How?
I just don't like Jarrett. I don't like. Oh, I love
You
old
can't-
wrestlers.
You're not selling me on it. You're not
I
selling
don't
me.
have to sell you on it.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
To have to legitimize your opinion. You have to
No,
sell me on
that's
it.
my opinion.
It's awful.
Well, it could. That's your opinion.
It's my opinion's right. Awful. Yes, his AEW run has been fantastic, Zach. I will agree with that. I don't get why is all this sucking off going on? Sucked off his dad's life force.
He's got to stop putting that
He's-
because every time I read it, I'm
He's sucking off everything. I don't like that comparison.
Mhm.
Yeah, like everything's sucked off.
Cocky.
I'm out.
Oh gosh.
I'm out. What? What possessed you to use that word? What? Why of all the words did you say? Is that how you say that? I've always wondered how you say
I
that.
don't know.
yes.
This episode is rated E for explicit. Why did you use that word right there?
Because you kept talking about sucked off.
But why when you hear that does the word bukkake come into play?
I'm talking about sucked off. So
Oh my god, this is so bad. So Google that image.
No, please don't.
oh gosh.
Trevor's listening.
Oh,
Trevor, do not ever do anything Shane says.
oh gosh.
Your dad would agree.
Oh.
Mom, what's this?
Oh.
Ugh. All right. Anyway,
Oh man.
that made my head hurt. I was just wondering why that term came to play.
But that rounds up the wrestling for this week.
Yeah, what did you guys talk about in wrestling? Bukkake. All right.
I
Okay.
can't. I feel weird. I'm like not even looking at the camera.
Because you can't.
Oh well, it's funny.
Shane's like pronunciation.
I'm Google imaging.
Oh gosh.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh.
Trevor said, "Trust me, I won't do anything Shane says."
See? See?
He's a good kid. He knows better.
Trevor, would you do something Shane says or would you do something Elliot says?
dun dun dun. Hey, I watched Plane this week.
Fantastic, right?
Really good.
You liked it?
Well, I'm watching it. It's out. It came out today, so I'm planning on watching it.
Yeah,
Where
really
is it?
good.
Paramount? Where's it on?
Redbox.
Red? People still use that?
Yeah.
Zima says you guys have a good one tonight. Enjoyed the watch, my guys. Hey, appreciate you, Zimas.
I appreciate the interaction.
Enjoy this wrestling weekend, bro.
So now that we're migrating to movies, Jonathan, you never said a friggin' word. Like, what was your thought on the whole Blockbuster thing?
Blockbuster thing.
See?
No, hold on. Because I know what you're talking. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm just making sure.
The
You didn't-
website.
Oh yeah. So
You never said a word.
I
I was
know.
like,
Well, I didn't say anything to y'all. So I messaged my
y'all, let me fill you in. So if you're a 90s child and you're familiar with Blockbuster Video, if you go to their website, what does it say, Elliot? Be careful, we're rewinding or something like that.
So it says
They're coming back?
maybe it says
Oh man. Jonathan's like, I'm gonna put in an application.
what so
Yesterday. But we can't rewind DVDs.
Almost drank it.
Billy says, watch Knock at the Cabin. Not impressed.
See, I disagree.
It said be kind while we rewind.
Okay.
But the website was not live. Like it had been recently updated.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
new.
sent it to my old Blockbuster boss, who was also my boss at my the job that followed that, and another guy that we work with. And I sent the website, and he was like, I heard about this. We're coming back, baby. And I said, the site's been trending as it seems the graphic was updated recently. I said, where are we all moving to so we can get the band back together? And he was like, I think Charlotte's located centrally for all of us. So
He said,
So
Billy said, also watched it on Peacock.
let me ask you. So it seems like everything in life is cyclical.
Absolutely.
All right. I believe that. So like the longer I go without something, the more I crave it, the more I want it back. I miss a
Just
movie
going into a
store.
movie store.
Dude, I used to go up
Family
north,
Video.
Up north, we had Family Video and Video World, and Captain Video was our big three. And then in my hometown, we had something called That Tape Place. You know, go figure. And I just miss that feeling of going in, and I don't know, like what does a video store look like today? You know,
Well, I mean, the Family Video, they may still have a Family Video in Northeast Columbia on Hardscrabble.
closed.
Did it?
It closed. It finally closed. That was the last one that I knew of.
But
And that store was awesome.
So I don't know what to read into the Blockbuster website, because obviously there's something has to be going on for
Something's
them to
coming.
update it. But they also had the last Blockbuster store,
Who bought Blocks? Who bought the assets and everything?
Dish.
Ugh. Well,
But the
nothing they produce is good.
The last Blockbuster store,
Still alive.
It's still alive, and they had the Super Bowl commercial, and it was like a cockroach doing stuff. Like, well, you know, cockroach people associate cockroaches with like you can't kill them, or that they're, you know, like always around. So like to me, I didn't really know the commercial. Didn't necessarily. I didn't get that from the commercial,
What?
but just the meaning behind it, and
Subliminal
then this,
messaging.
yeah, like, and then this makes me lead that there's definitely something coming.
what if
What would you do?
Blockbuster creates a streaming service
See,
to where they just stream every movie you can think of?
but that's not what I miss. I don't miss anything streaming related. I miss a physical location that I can go in. I don't even know if it's to get a movie. I just miss the.
I was gonna say you say that, but then I said Redbox, and you're like, people still use those, like,
Yeah, but it's a
'cause it's
Redbox.
physical.
Yeah, but there's a difference in a Redbox machine that feeds you an automated movie or going into a physical location.
Oh, I mean, I'm
If-
with you
if-
100%.
If a Redbox location, or no, if a Blockbuster location opened somewhere in Kershaw County or Columbia, would you not go visit?
I'd go visit maybe once,
Maybe
once.
just to get that feeling back, that kind of adrenaline. Like,
But here's
kind
the,
of
but
adrenaline.
here's the thing that happens. People go once, and then they are done.
maybe. I miss that kind of thing.
Oh, Cole Maccabee, boys, I do miss video
He
stores.
is alive. What, Cole? How are you? Yeah, and I
and
know
that was the same.
Cole
He is alive. That was the same reaction that people had to Adam Cole coming back.
Yeah, it's true.
from the dead.
Yeah.
His crown was half full,
It was not.
almost.
Yeah, it was.
It
Not.
was to here.
Yeah.
It's still. Is there energy drink?
Billy says it's not nostalgic if it's DVD and not VHS.
That's another thing too. Like, I don't have any DVD players in my house.
You have a PS5.
I am not putting a DVD in that.
Why not?
Guys, quit ganging up on me.
I'm like, that makes zero sense.
Yeah.
First of all,
Like it's gonna self-destruct if you put a DVD in there.
DVD or Blu-rays.
first of all, guys, this is my movie theater room.
What better way to watch a movie
Wait,
than
go-
on your
keep-
PS5?
Keep going.
Okay. Second of all, this is
That didn't
up-
help your point.
this is this is upstairs.
in your movie theater room.
Downstairs is where all the action happens.
Where you can put a movie.
No.
A big screen.
I heard differently.
Giant.
What did you hear? It's wrong.
You said downstairs is where all the magic happens.
Oh no, that's right there. Behind Elliot, folks. Elliot's blocking the view. Got to get away from the kids somehow. Bukkake? Oh, my chest. Elizabeth.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. Oh, I didn't say it that time.
Bukkake. I love that word. Hey,
So,
Cole.
like, real quick.
Cole,
Hold
do
on.
me a favor and Google the. For some reason, they won't let me Google it, but Google the word bukkake, Bukkake. What comes up?
Look, real quick. So that because this will I wasn't going to say it earlier, but it keeps coming up. So
That's a Google image search.
so it came like that word came up. Well, I said like I know how to pronounce it. So I was playing. It was me, Danielle, my sister, her husband, and then like her dad and his wife were playing Cards Against Humanity.
That's a good game.
It's a fun game, yeah. Sure is.
But that word came up, and then my sister's stepmom was like, "What is that?" And this whole
Just play it.
conversation happened exactly like all over. Like few of us were dying laughing, and I was like, "Oh, this is." But it came up exactly like that.
See what Cole says?
Cole says,
Jesus!
Cole says, walking around the store, finding that movie you want, or just stumble onto a hidden gem. Nothing like it. Yes, I'm alive. I'm having a screwball tonight.
Look
LOL.
what he said.
Then he says, Jesus.
No, sir.
No, sir, I'm not. And Billy says, Bazinga.
I've never heard of that word.
Bazinga?
No, was that a game?
Oh my god!
Guys,
Oh
No,
my
it's
god!
like Bazinga. Like,
what? What is Bazinga like? What does that
It
mean?
also was like the biggest
like
catchphrase from Big Bang Theory.
yeah, like
I've never heard of
for
it.
like 5 years.
Never heard of it. I did it.
And Trevor
did it.
said to answer your question earlier about who would Trevor side with, you do something you said or Elliot said. He said it depends.
Oh,
Pro-
Jesus.
Probably something Shane says.
Oh, my God. And no.
But
Trevor,
Shane,
that's awful.
Shane laughs because he knows that that's the opposite answer is what he should have said.
I'm sitting down.
Bazinga says, Shane. Bazinga says, Billy says.
I don't know what Bazinga means.
And Cole says, Google Cincinnati toe tie.
Google what?
Cincinnati toe tie.
Okay, I'm Googling it.
You just not there.
Should I Google? It's not in it. Should I Google image it?
Do it on your work phone.
No. Google image.
HR is gonna bust into Shane's office. Shane, can we?
What's it called?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Oh,
There you go.
Cincinnati.
There you go. It's right there.
Bow tie.
No, not bow tie. Toe.
Oh, toe tie.
Toe tie.
Toe tie.
TOW. I saw Shazam this past
Yeah,
weekend.
how was Shazam?
I
Okay.
enjoyed it.
It did very bad at the box office.
Awful. I heard a lot of
no,
bad things about
He
it.
changed
too.
it. He said bow tie.
Oh,
Should be
see,
bow tie.
I heard a lot of bad people that have seen it told me that it was bad.
I didn't read reviews, but I know money wise, like it had like
Oh.
its second day was like non-existent with what it made.
Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
image.
I liked it.
You're a sick Cole. How do you know what this means?
He says his stomach's tired.
That is disgusting. Can I read this on air? So, do you guys remember Deuce Bigelow?
Mel Gigolo.
Trevor's listening, by the way.
That's why I'm talking in code. Trevor, do you remember Deuce Bigelow? The lady had a hole in her neck.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh gosh.
as a male,
wow.
yeah. Who thinks of this? Cole, you are sick.
Cole did. LMAO.
Just,
He's sitting there staring at pictures. What?
I'm not reading it. I don't need pictures. No, thank you. I just read the words. So, yeah, you're sick, Cole.
But
I love
Shazam.
Cole Maccabee. Put over Cole Maccabee and his company,
Listen,
man.
I was a fan of the first Shazam movie.
Or not.
As What's that?
I said put over Cole and his company or not.
Oh yeah, so
Pro Wrestling Turbo. No.
Pro
No.
Wrestling Union.
Cole.
Yeah. So
I apologize.
Shane's drunk a fourth of a handle or whatever it is.
It's
Crown.
Pro Wrestling Union.
Pro Wrestling Union.
I'm sorry, Cole.
In Union, South Carolina.
Oh, that's how they got their name. Yeah, it makes sense now. I never understood that.
Trevor, you still have time to take back your comment.
Trevor,
even Cole's laughing. That's all that matters to me.
Trevor, I may say something here and there, right? But yeah, definitely take back your comment.
Stop. Cole. Can we put over Cole McAbee?
We just did again.
Let's put him over again.
Get it right this time.
It's good. It's okay. Ron Emerson called us PCW last week.
Good for Ron Emerson, little Ron. Little Ron. He is a little fella. You ever seen him in person, Cole? He's about this tall.
Ron works for PW.
This tall. That tall off the table. What?
I said Ron works for PW.
I didn't know that. Did he really?
Mm-hmm. He does their camera work.
That's cute.
Anyways, back to Shazam.
Shazam. Awful at the box office.
I was a fan of the first one. A lot of people weren't. I like the second one. My son enjoyed the second one as well. I like Shazam because I think he's funny.
Yeah.
And if you're going into yeah, Cole says I'm 6'1", he's like 5'2".
Yeah, that's legit. I think my wife's taller.
If you're going into Shazam expecting, your serious superhero movie, you're going for the wrong reasons. I don't know why it got such bad.
I don't know if the reviews were bad. It's just the money it made.
Well,
Tanked.
part of the reason is because of Dwayne Johnson.
See that kind of effect?
I think so. I think.
Well, what happened was, Black Adam tanked, and then all the stuff
And
come
he's
out
just
about The Rock, and The Rock was like, "Hold my beer,"
F this.
and then he
The Rock
made
was just
Shazam
pissed.
tank even harder.
It was a revengeful plot response. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I just think, The Rock had opportunity to do what the DC universe originally did with Black Adam and Shazam being the two to go at it. But he wanted to boost himself up. I want to face Superman.
this whole thing's exposed Dwayne Johnson's ego.
Sure.
And I think we, as wrestling fans, you can always tell Dwayne Johnson had an ego, but it just sucks it came out this way or it was exposed this way.
Yep.
Sucks because he was one of my favorite actors. I love everything he did.
Speaking of acting, you haven't heard of anything else that he's been doing since that.
Better watch out. I mean,
So I'm starting to change my take on the Black Adam thing with The Rock. Like the reports that come out don't paint it in a good light for Dwayne. But
right.
in Dwayne's defense, he has come out and said that Black Adam has been something that he has been working on for like 10 or 12 years.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's something that he's way before the DCU even happened, had an idea of where he wanted his character to go. And then they agree, and then that was the discussions that were made when the movie was, the idea was pitched to him and stuff like that. You got to hold your ground. Like if that's what he envisioned for the character.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about just in respect to Black Adam, the comic book.
But my thing is, why can't you have him show up in Shazam and still have it with Superman? I mean, you could still have that to be where it was all headed.
Well, I think it comes down to
Shazam ain't got to beat him in the movie. It just has to make an appearance.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying the fact that throughout the DC comics, it was Black Adam versus Shazam, and I've never seen a Black Adam versus Superman. I'm not saying it's not out there, but I haven't heard about it. But then he creates it himself.
I think it does happen in the comic system. I think it could be wrong, but I don't. But the thing was, he wasn't. I don't even think Black Adam was going to be the one to show up in the movie. Like it was in the end credit scene. It was going to be somebody else.
I'm talking about in the Black Adam movie. Like Superman shows up.
Oh yeah.
Whenever they should have had Shazam show up, but
Rock's got a lot of upcoming things though, man. Red One, that's one I'm looking most forward to. Doc Savage, the Red Notice sequel, Jungle Cruise 2, San Andreas 2, remake of Big Trouble in Little China,
Another movie about a earthquake.
San Andreas 2. I mean, it's just, how did they make a sequel? Okay. Whatever.
Oh, the fault line's moving again.
I mean, I'll see it. I think
So Superman has fought Black Adam like 8 different times in the comics, like key stories.
so. With the Rock's movies, man, like there's not really many Rock movies that I've seen that I wouldn't watch again. They're all good. I don't know.
Well, guys, what else we got? Anything else?
Maybe Get Smart. About that.
I don't think I'd watch Black Adam the second time.
Really? I think it was better the second time. Ellie, you've seen it multiple, haven't you?
No, I haven't yet.
I thought it was better the second
But
time.
I'm just not
But I
necessarily
watched-
a fan of any of the DCU movies, really.
I watched the first John Wick today.
Good. Yeah.
Rewatched it.
I still haven't seen John Wick 4. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
No.
Good. All right, so we can kind of talk about John Wick. Oh, was there something else?
Well, Cole said they have met in the comments since one of Superman have a weakness revolve around the use of magic. Black Adam usually was a problem for Superman. Yeah, John Wick. I watched it again today.
The first one.
The first one. Gonna watch the second one hopefully tomorrow.
With a pencil. With a
Yeah.
pencil. Oh, bro. I am, because I just watched the third one, Parabellum, for the first time a couple days ago.
I haven't seen the third one yet.
John Wick was not meant to be the commercial success it was.
Oh no.
I've come to that conclusion. The third one was fantastic.
No, I don't think it was either. But it's good.
That first one, I can remember a scene where he was at a gas station getting gas or something, and he speaks to the guy in Russian that like talked trash to him in Russian.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, wait to see it.
Bruh.
Wait to see a third one. You learn some things.
Anything else, guys?
Baseball starts Thursday.
Really don't care.
Anything else, guys?
Case in point.
March Madness has been wild.
Bro,
However, Lady Gamecock's looking mighty strong.
Oh yeah.
Lady Gamecock, like what, 30
Dominant.
6-0?
They
35?
they were up by like yesterday by like 20 points.
Yeah. It's,
My wife was, so I had it on. I was actually doing a fantasy baseball draft, but I had the game on, and they played Maryland last night. I think
okay.
it was Maryland, and it was like middle of third quarter. Carolina, they were up by like 8 when I turned it on, or like 9 or 10 or something like that. Maryland came back, was it within like 5? My wife like
That's it.
glanced at the TV, looked back down, like 2 minutes went by, and she looked back up. She was like, "Oh my gosh!" She was like, "They just up by like 5. They were up by like 20 something." I mean, it was just like that.
They're nasty, man.
But they showed a graphic. 4 of the starters are ranked like first in the NCAA in like whatever category, like individually. And they said that stat line like has never happened before, not from one team.
What's the girl's name? Atlanta Boston or something like that? What's her name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She's nasty.
she'll be number 1 pick in WNBA draft for sure.
Just nice to have a
Uh,
sports team to cheer.
Cole Maccabee. Cole says if you like John Wick films, check out Nobody.
Nobody, huh?
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name that was in it. I've seen it. It's pretty
When
good.
I hear Nobody, I think of Fast and the Furious, Mr. Nobody. Who plays him? Not
Russell Crowe.
No,
No, not Russell Crowe. Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Yeah. What is it called? Nobody?
Yeah, it's
Nobody.
called Nobody.
Nobody. Action thriller. Rated really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Starring people I don't know. I'll watch it. Okay.
In like 2 years, he still
Oh,
hasn't,
no,
he
no,
still
no,
hasn't
no,
watched
no.
the one I wanted to watch.
That's what's his name?
Mhm.
The main actor.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's his name? I don't know, but I recognize him. I don't know who that is. Bob Odenkirk? I don't know. I'll watch it though.
When you gonna watch Bad Boys 2?
Bro,
Don't bro me.
I watched that.
No, you did not.
I did.
You didn't.
I don't remember it.
You didn't.
I watched it.
You didn't
did.
finish it.
It's on Netflix. Yes.
Did you take CBD gummy before?
What? Why would you ask such a thing? I've not taken CBD in a long time. Wait a minute. I've never taken a CBD gummy. THC gummy. Difference. Delta 8 and CBD are two different things, sir.
Are they?
Here we
Yes. Elliot, tell him. Coach the man. Elliot.
Delta 8 is a form of CBD gummy.
go. Correct.
Yeah. So,
As well as Delta 9.
so I
But
wasn't.
Elliot. No.
Yes, Delta 8 is a CBD gummy with THC in it. That's what Delta 8 is.
THC. Correct.
Right. But it's a CBD gummy.
Kind of correct. Yes. Technically correct. Technically correct. Yes.
Semantics.
I hate that with you.
Yeah, so cannabinoids.
Wow. That doesn't tell me anything.
As a result, concentrated amounts of Delta 8 THC are typically manufactured from hemp-derived CBD.
Correct.
So yes,
That's what I said.
Nah, it was not what you said.
Kind of is.
It's kind of not.
oh, the ground's
It's
talking,
kind of like your
guys.
movie theater room with your PlayStation 5 that doesn't play movies.
I don't understand what that you just said.
Uh,
Whatever, boys.
well, guys, it's about that time to wrap everything up.
Man, it's been a long show this week.
We had a lot to talk about.
A lot more we probably could have.
Yeah, absolutely. But we just want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe at LowDown Popcast, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. All of them. Check us out at LowDown
All of
Popcast. All of them. Also, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet to PCW Super Smash Brawl, you can head on over to our Facebook page or go to the PCW Super Smash Brawl event on Facebook and click that ticket link. And also check out the new hat that we now have for sale. These are limited supply right there in the screen. $40.
Sexy.
Let us know if you want one. And be sure to get your tickets. Tickets are selling fast. April 15th at the Old Armory Gymnasium in Camden, South Carolina. We hope to see you there. Enjoy this amazing wrestling weekend. As always, my name is Elliot.
And I'm Shane.
And I'm Jonathan.
This has been the LowDown Popcast. And as always, guys, let's keep it popping.